Is there anybody listening? Is there anyone that sees what's going on? Read between the lines, criticize the words they're selling. Think for yourself and feel the...
One, two, three. Gonna take a freight train down in the station, Lord. I don't care where to go. Gonna climb a mountain, the highest mountain. I'll jump off, nobody gonna know. Can't you see? Can't you see what that woman, Lord, she been doing to me? Can't you see? Can't you see what that woman, she been doing to me? Gonna get a ticket as far as I can. Ain't never coming back. Ride me a southbound, all the way to Georgia now, till the train run out of track. Well, can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman, Lord, she been doing to me? Can't you see? Can't you see what that woman, she been doing to me? Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman, Lord, she been doing to me? Can't you see? Can't you see what that woman, she been doing to me? Can't you see? Gonna find a freight train all the way to the station now. Ain't never coming back. Find me a southbound, all the way to Georgia now, till the train come off the track. Can't you see?
work for you. I'm not sorry that my policies don't work for you. And that sucks about your cough, but there's work to do. Gotta reopen the shop, gotta just push through. 2 jars of bleach, pick one you lose. 2 jars of bleach, which one do you choose? When neither gives a shit about you, or shares your views, or cares if you can't pay for food. Get a firm grip on the straps of your boots. Get a good look at the last of the fruit. Get your good book, cause you can't buy booze. Honey, take heart, cause the dead don't bruise. Honey, take heart, cause the dead don't bruise. So a bit about me, I don't believe in God, right? That said, I'll be praying on debate night. Joe can't speak right. You could call me petty, but I really want to see him bring a knife to a dog fight. Or each mutt stuffed a blunderbuss up into his canines. And they can pull right up alongside Joe in broad goddamn daylight and maul his broadside. Cause Joe's gonna fold up the sails and stick the cannons all at the wrong side. And I'm not saying he and only he solely represent the wrong side. I'm saying both parties work to keep us hogtied. And we have been immobilized and fed upon steadily for such a long time that we're too weak to see that it could ever have been otherwise. Don't focus on our nominees' laundry list of rape accusals, focus on the other guys. Focus on the other side. Focus on the Tiger King. Look, there's a firefly. Now what were you saying, Tara Reid? Yeah, she's an actress, right? She was in a film called A Pattern of Unwanted Hugs and Touches from a Man That You Trusted, right? And in the end, when she finds out her boss was just another piece of shit, she felt betrayed and then disgusted, right? And he goes on to live his life, run for office, keep his wife, and nobody discussed it, right? Yeah, I've seen the film 100 fucking times. I've seen the film 100 times. There's 2 jars of bleach on a table. Pick either one and you lose. 2 jars of bleach on the table. Exercise your right to choose. I don't believe in God, right?
Is there anybody listening? Is there anyone that sees what's going on?
Good morning and welcome back to the trailer park. I am Chanda-Masta. Is it warm enough for you out there? The trailer park is scorching. If summer finally showed up in the Pacific Northwest, and we're happy to see it. We just hope it doesn't stick around too long. You know, we're not used to this heat. I know the rest of you all are. Good morning. How is everybody out there? Let me get some chats brought up so we can see what's going on. How is everybody this fine Monday morning? Oh, look at the chat. Look at you guys going up. Popeye's here. What's up, Popeye? Let me see. I gotta move this so I can see it. Come on. Can you move? Thank you. No, it didn't move. Ah, there we go. Now it's moving. Let's see. We got Popeye, Catalytic Centaur. Good to see ya. And who else is in here? Cold Fusion Gaming. Sola Moon, welcome. Let me throw a wrench at you. Oh, and now you're wrenched up. Everybody gets a wrench at the trailer park because, hey, you guys can fight it out in the chat. That's the way we look at it. Why is my chat not scrolling? So weird. Salty's Digital Dive, what's up? Good to see you. Fucking hot here in Vancouver. Kate, yes, it is, right? We're not used to this type of heat. I don't know. Vancouver, you guys are a little north of us, so you guys don't get the heat like everywhere else. Let's see. I got Kate. Kate, you're so welcome. Thank you so much for the super chat or the super ray over on the Rokfin. Kate says, Shanda, thank you so much for mentioning Music Without Borders on Saturday night. I'll be a little late to the trailer park today. That's okay. And you're not late. You're right on time. But yes, I love what you're doing, Kate. If you haven't checked out, go check it out. It's Music Without Borders. Kate, your voice is very calming. Like I can put it on in the background, and you've got that really, like, you got radio voice for sure. And I just love it. And your song choices right up our alley, right? I know Oz likes to listen to it too. What's up out there? Who else is in the chat? I got Salty. It's hard for me to see because it does that restream thing, so your names aren't highlighted on the side like normal. I don't know. I don't like that. Anyways, we're working all the bugs out. I think we got the kinks. Little Shanda's missing today, though. Damn it. The one that pops up in the other corner over here. When we reprogrammed for Saturday's show, because I engineered Saturday's show. Did you guys watch? Yep. It took, 4 years in the making for me to be able to do that. And we did it. We did. I did it. I was super excited that I pulled it off and that I could give Oz a break. That was the whole point of me studioing up and learning how to engineer on my own, just not so I could do my own show, but so I could take the load off of him on Saturday nights. So I hope you guys had fun. We had fun. Let's see. Who else are we shouting out this morning? Osama number 5. Good to see you. What's up? Staying cool. Vahalex over on the Rumble. Good to see you. Welcome. We got a huge show. You guys, I always have a huge show on Monday mornings because there's so much bullshit to go over from the weekend, right? Oz, I love this card. Thank you so much. Beautiful card from Oz. We kind of did the dueling cards yesterday. If you guys didn't notice, my thumbnail was a little different than this one, but the same image. Love those live waves. I wish I was at the beach. Don't you wish you were at the beach today? It's a beautiful day. So we've been running in the 80s here in the far northwest of Washington, and that's really hot for us. So hopefully it'll cool down. Both ACs running on full blast all night, and we woke up and it was still warm in here this morning. How hot is it in your neck of the woods? That's what the weatherman always says. In your neck of the woods, right? What a stupid saying. Anyways, fair use. We are on YouTube this morning. You know what that means. YouTube giveth and YouTube taketh. And YouTube has done nothing but take it from me. So I'm just telling you up front that these are my opinions and they are not to be taken as news facts. I'm just commentating. And if you would like more information on anything that I talk about, please go out there and do your own research. I promise you the truth is out there. But when you find it, they'll call you conspiracy theorists, right? But conspiracy theorists are kicking ass lately. I think we're like 0 for 75? Yeah, I think we've been right all along. We're going to talk about lots of stuff. We're going to talk about Project 2025. Oh my gosh, all the shitlibs' heads are exploding from this project. And what else? Oh, we've got the Dems. They're beating on Biden hard now. Bye-bye. They want him gone. And just some crazy stuff. You guys know I always bring you weird, odd things at the end of the show. If you want to help me out, I can always use it. I'm actually out there looking for a part-time job. I don't want to give this up, but I'm not making enough money to survive any longer. And I get it. The economy fucking sucks. People are not donating and giving super chats and stuff like that like they did. For years, nobody has any disposable income anymore. So we appreciate everyone that comes in. Shout out to Jim. Thank you so much for hitting the GoFundMe on Saturday. Or you can buy me a coffee. Coffee. I like the coffees. I'm kind of laying off coffee, though. The heat, it gets me. It gets my tummy, man. And then if I throw coffee on top of it, it's not a good scene. Anyways, there is the support Katie's dementia care journey. We had quite the adventure last night. We let her go sit out on the deck when it's nice, right? She likes to sit among all the flowers and just watch the world. Well, last night she took a little sabbatical and disappeared on us again. So we had the police here searching for her, and she came home. She's safe. But this is why it's so important that we get her into a lockdown facility, because it literally just takes us turning our back for 2 seconds and she's gone. She doesn't know why she's gone. She doesn't know where she's going. She's agitated. She just makes up crazy shit. So we got to get her in a facility. We've been approved by the state, which has been quite the chore. And now we just got to cover the move-in costs for her to move in. So if you want to help me out, the donation link is in the description box below. Thank you guys so much. And I guess we'll get this show started, but let's bring the big deck in here. Where is the big deck? There's the big deck. Okay, I think There we go. Now we're in business. Except for I don't have the little me on the other side. I'm going to need Oz to come in and fix that. I tried to fix it, but I'm not that skilled yet. Okay, let's get started. I guess we're going to start with, genocidal Israel bombing the shit out of children. They stepped it up yesterday, just when we thought they couldn't. No, this weekend, they've really been at it. So, warning, this is kind of horrific, but I don't think that you're going to see any blown up children. I try not to bring those videos, but I brought this so you can see just how bad it really is. But how dare you? Israel has a right to defend themselves, right? Against little children in tents. So this says Israel just dropped multi 200,000-pound bombs on UNRWA school filled with displaced Palestinian children at the Nasserat refugee camp. Dozens of children are dead and hundreds more are injured. Every single government that supports this war should be hauled before the Hague. Does the Hague even do anything? I don't know. Okay, let's watch this.
كويس انت؟ تفضل مش عارف بشش طيارة هنا شباب يا ناس في
Look, it's all kids. It's all freaking kids. Okay, I can't handle much more of that, so I don't expect you can either. I mean, I'm forced myself to watch it because we have to bear witness to what's happening, but it just rips my guts out to watch these beautiful children being blown apart by our hard-earned tax dollars, right? We don't even get that much of our money anymore. I read a statistic that 60% of what you make above and beyond goes to taxes, and that doesn't just include payroll taxes. It's all the other taxes that we pay on top of everything. Sales tax and income tax, and depending on what state you're in, right? We don't have an income tax in Washington State, and y'all out there in the greater, 48s think that that's a wonderful thing. It's not a wonderful thing. It means we pay higher sales tax on fucking everything, In Washington State, the poorest in the state pay more taxes than anybody else because of the way that we don't have an income tax and it's structured. So, yeah, your tax dollars, Israel, we see you. We see you. And don't think that we're just going to go quietly into the night. No, we're going to keep fighting back, right? Let's see. Oh, remember the Hannibal directive that they told us was bullshit, that didn't exist, right? Piers Morgan, didn't he tell Roger Waters that last week that, that's not even a real thing? Yeah, it's a real thing, and we knew it was a real thing. Let's check it out. So the IDF ordered the Hannibal directive on October 7th to prevent Hamas taking soldier captives. Now, what is the Hannibal directive? The Hannibal directive says, leave no one alive for Hamas to take, even if they're Israeli citizens. Even if. That's right. But they deny this, right? There was crazy hysteria and decisions started being made without verified information. Documents and testimonies obtained by Haaretz reveals that the Hannibal operative optional order was directed to use the use of force to prevent soldiers from being taken into captivity. See, this says soldiers, but we know damn well it's civilians too. It was employed at 3 army facilities infiltrated by Hamas, potentially endangering civilians as well. Oh, so they met the civilians there at the end, right? Terrible. And the fact that they keep lying about it, right? And all of the Zionists out there, they just love this talking point like, oh, no, that's not real. It is real. It is real. And we see it. We see you for what it is. Get my chats back up here. I don't feel right if I can't see you guys. Okay. Jilly made it. What's up, Jilly? Good to see you. The Imperium. Good to see you. Vic. Good to see you, Vic. What's up? Are you staying cool today? I need everybody to stay cool, right? Because heat'll get you. Heat will get you. Oz dropped this. Let's see. Iraq, Afghanistan, Yemen, Yugoslavia, Libya, Palestine, Syria, and Somalia. Yeah, that's our wake of destruction. That's the American wake of destruction, because we have to go and still their finite resources. And not only that, if they have a peaceful country that might be prosperous, fuck that shit. We got to turn them into a slave market like we did Libya, right? Oh my God, how dare him try to create his own currency and enrich his own people, right? Kill him. We came, we saw, he died, as Hillary Clinton would say. This just grossed me out. But so, okay. Every Palestinian wins a surprise 5.556 to the head. Look at the American flag on his arm. It's a joint genocide between two friends who boast about killing Palestinians on social media. Yeah, you can clearly see I circled it here. Yeah, they're proudly sporting an American flag on their, do you think that was a part of the money agreement? Like, okay, we'll give you another, $2 billion, but you got to put American flags on all of the IDF's freaking uniforms, right? I can totally see that. So they're letting me loose in Gaza again. They're letting me loose in Gaza again soon. Every Palestinian wins a surprise 5.55 or 56 to the head. Just terrible. And you know what's even terribler? That Israel allows these efforts to put this shit out there on social media. How many crazy fucking social media posts have we seen, TikToks, where some IOF asshole is boasting about hurting children and killing women? Wouldn't there be a directive like, if you're in the IDF, you're not allowed to post on social media? I mean, doesn't this make sense? Fucking crazy. Rich from Wisconsin. How is it in Wisconsin? Last time I was in Wisconsin, the fucking mosquitoes tried to eat me. I'm not even kidding. I was like, damn, they got some vicious mosquitoes. Oh, we got a Chris Hedges. Let's see what Chris has to say.
The moral universe has now been turned upside down. Those of us who oppose genocide are accused of advocating it. Those who carry out genocide are said to have the right to defend themselves. Vetoing ceasefires and providing 2,000-pound bombs to Israel is the road to peace. Refusing to negotiate will free the hostages. Carrying out genocide in Gaza is a way to de-radicalize Palestinians. None of this makes sense. If the genocide in Gaza is not halted, it will presage a new world order. It will be a world where nations with vast bureaucratic structures and technologically advanced military systems carry out in public view massive killing projects. The industrialized nations, fearful of global chaos, are sending an ominous message to the global south and anyone who might think of revolt. We will kill you without restraint, and no one will stop us. One day, you will all be Palestinians.
One day we will all be Palestinians. Very, very strong message. What's up, Desert Mantis? Jilly, you're at Crater Lake? Well, it's warm at Crater Lake, man, and I've been up there in the summertime. It gets hot up there. It's like the higher up you get, the closer to the heat you get. Let's see, who else came in that I didn't catch? Make sure I'm catching everybody as they come in. Yeah, he's got such a powerful point there. If you haven't watched that whole thing, Chris did like a 2-hour, you can find it over at the Chris Hedges Report. Let's see. Oh, I'm Blowback. You may remember me from every other time that the U.S. and its allies killed civilians while fighting terrorists and accomplishing nothing but creating more terrorists. Yeah, it kind of seems like that's what we do, right? That's the only thing that we produce in this country is people to hate us. And why is that? Because we kill their families. We kill their children. We kill generations of their families. Whole family wiped out and gone. But hey, it's not just them they do that to. They do that to us too. Go ahead and check out Maui. And if you didn't know, Mr. Craig Pasta Jardula, he did an update, I want to say on, was it Wednesday? I was watching that. Great update on what's going on in Maui, what's up with Lahaina, the people that are homeless, how the government's doing a land grab. I mean, we've all known that, but they're definitely doing a land grab over there. And check it out. Go check out Pasta. I don't catch Pasta as much as I used to, but I try. How about you? Yeah, I'm tired of this shit. Let's definitely. Let's see. Zionist occupied government. I'm not sure what this is. Oz helped me build this deck yesterday, so we got a bunch of surprises on here. Let's see what it is.
5 journalists were killed over a 24-hour period in Gaza.
Oh, jeez.
So I just want to make sure we all know and recognize that we owe Palestinian journalists everything, right? They have freed us of the lies that our governments have relentlessly tried to sell. Their coverage has exposed corruption and double standards on both national and international levels. They have laid bare the effects of modern-day colonialism and a broken global system so that nobody would be in the dark, so that none of us could say that we didn't know. They have been consistently targeted because of the threat that they pose to systemic harm and violence in Palestine and around the world. So I just want to take a moment to recognize how powerful they are in the work that they do, and what the entire world owes them for their courage and for their commitment.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's so terrible. They kill journalists without impunity. They kill journalists intentionally. We know it. They target them. We've seen that multiple times. WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, right? They had a camera in their hand, but no, let's kill them. This is just terrible. Everything is a lie. And no, I don't have a fucking link. I hate that. You got a link? Do you want me just to link the whole internet to you while I'm at it? Get out there and do your own damn research. Good morning, Peace Dove. How's it going? Is it hot there? It's hot everywhere, I think. I don't know, except for down in the south, right, where they're getting hit with storms. But it's always hot even when it's storming there. I can't see my little scroll bar because I don't have Mini Chanda today. I miss Mini Chanda. Do you guys miss Mini Chanda? I definitely do. What is it? Oh, this is Richie Torres. Oh, my God. So Richie Torres went and did a radio spot is what I'm thinking it is. But did you know not only does he get the benefit of APEC money, but he gets the benefit of Apex pussy, too. That is exactly what he's trying to do. He's going to find himself a good Zionist woman. This is gross.
There's no issue on which I face more hate, harassment, and death threats than on the issue of Israel. Even my mother's been the target of harassment. There were activists who said to my mother, "You're a genocide mother and you should have aborted your son." It's put strain on personal relationships. I have a sibling who has jumped on the Free Palestine bandwagon. We have not spoken
right, you asshat.
in months. I don't know if I could share this, but it's actually had an effect on my dating life. There are people who will not go on dates with me because I'm pro-Israel. I'll tell one quick story if it's not too personal. I went on a date with someone who I'm openly gay, for the record.
Okay, my bad.
This person said, Richie, I support everything you stand for except one issue. And I said, what's the issue? He said, Israel. And when I said that I was a Zionist, he reacted as if I had uttered the word Nazi. So I proceeded to explain
Same thing.
what the word Zionism meant. And then at the end of the date, he asked for my number. So I put in the notes section, Richie Torres, your favorite Zionist.
Richie, you're about to have about 18,000 Jewish women in your inbox with their sons' numbers.
Correct.
So you'll have what to choose from.
Did she not listen to what he just said? He clearly said, I'm gay. And then she goes, well, you're going to have a bunch of Jewish women in your inbox. Like, what? You're not paying attention. This is just, And good. I'm glad he's got a sibling that's calling him out for the genocidal bullshit. And I'm sorry that people are calling your mom names, but you get paid to go out there and push a fucking genocide. So I don't really feel that bad that somebody said that your mama should have, I just don't feel bad about it. I'm sorry, I don't. What a piece of shit. Jose Vega, shake him down. Shake him down. That's what we need. We need him gone. Oh, not this asshole. Let's see. Who owns the New York Magazine? Did you see how they are playing us? So this says the Jewish brain. Are Jews smarter? Why the controversial new study of Jewish intelligence has everybody pluralizing? I can't see what the word says, but okay. I'm not buying it. Let's see. What is this little note down here? It says Jewish people are not especially smarter than the rest of humanity. They dominate power positions due to tribal nepotism. Oh, that, yeah. No need for a study to figure this out. Yeah, that's pretty true. That is pretty true, right? We have a lot of nepotism in this country. I mean, period. You got to know, a good example of that is in the 90s, my kids' father, he was in the union. He was a union welder, and the unions are very, very fucking cliquey. Try to get into a union, especially like the ironworkers union, and not have a family member in there. You get put on, the D list, and maybe you'll get called up in a couple of years if they have a shit job for you. So yeah, nepotism is alive and well in this country. And good observation, right? Let's see. I got Rome. I brought you guys some Rome. When the highest ranking, most dedicated Marine at the time writes a book explaining how war is a racket, but you still don't get it. It's called brainwashing. Oh, yeah. That would be Smedley Butler. And if you haven't, you can listen to War is a Racket over on YouTube. There's a couple of different, readings of it. Very interesting. And it's fucking mind-blowing to know how much money these companies were making before World War I and how much they were making after World War I. And I think what it did for me by listening to that was make me realize just exactly how much the military-industrial complex controls everything, and they're going to get what they want because it enriches the corporations at the end of the day, and that's who's in control, right? Let's see, what does this one say? Rather than attack your enemy, surprise him by retreating and leaving all your equipment, son Millie. That's freaking honey. Okay, let's hear from Rome.
Would you look at that? Ukraine is to be told that they are too corrupt to join NATO. And this got a lot of their supporters online really pissed the fuck off, man. It got to the point that they started naming off other corrupt countries that's under NATO's protection. They asking why. Why is this country under NATO's protection if they're corrupt? And I don't think that y'all get that y'all are proving us anti-NATO people point when we say NATO is a corrupt.
Can you guys hear it?
Organization.
I hope you can.
And if you are too corrupt to be a part of NATO, then that says a lot about you.
Okay, so basically, I know you guys probably can't hear it. I have the sound cranked on everything. Let me turn the master back down so I don't blow your ears out. I'm getting better with this sound thing. Of course, that was Rome, and he's talking about how last week we were told that the Ukraine, yet again, wants to join NATO, right? They got shot down and told by NATO, hey, you guys are too corrupt to join NATO. What does that say? That is insane. But we knew they went in there in 2013, 2014, and ever since they've promised the Ukraine everything. You'll become a member of NATO. We're always going to protect you. We'll give you money. We'll rebuild your country. But the reality of it is we just wanted to sacrifice your young men and women and not ours so that way we could take Russia on, right? I mean, for those of us back in 2015, 2016, when we saw the Russia narrative starting, right, under Hillary Clinton, it was Russia. We were like, what the fuck? Because we had good relations with Russia coming into 2014, 2015. I mean, not the best, but they were way better than they ever were before, right? We kind of felt like we were one globe. And then, nope. You've got the corporatists who decided that we need war against Russia, but hey, we can't fight it on our own, so let's use the Ukrainian people to do it. And I don't know when Ukraine is going to wake up and get rid of this guy. I think they tried, right? But he shut the election down. Can't even believe. Fuck off pie. Let's see who got the fuck off pie for the day. Who got the fuck off pie? Oh, that would be the British PM. Listen to this stupid shit.
It is, of course, an important summit on NATO. It is, for me, to be absolutely clear that the first duty of my government is security and defence, to make clear our unshakable support of NATO, and, of course, to reiterate, as I did to President Zelensky yesterday, the support that we will have in this country and with our allies towards Ukraine.
It's clear we have to make it known that we support NATO. Yeah, we know. You guys are just U.S. ass lickers. I would be embarrassed if I lived in the U.K. at how much the U.K. bends the knee. Look at Germany. We fucked Germany up. Blowing up the Nord Stream pipeline, we shot their energy costs through the fucking roof. But do they blame us? No, they blame Putin, right? So crazy. So yeah, fuck off all the way. For sure. Take a piece of fuck off pie. Oh, did you guys see the feds had a parade? The feds did a parade this week. So this is Patriot Front out there reclaiming America. Who trains these assholes? Oh, the feds do. That's right. I love their khakis. Like, yeah, you can join us, but you got to have khakis and a navy blue polo. So gross. So this was, where was this? I'm trying to think. Was it St. Louis? Anyways, in New Orleans, they had their own little parade. the liberals have decided they're going to take on Patriot Front. When these guys finally meet up at some parade, it's going to be fireworks. That's what I think. But it's funny how these guys show up every holiday, right? Only feds. Yeah, they're just feds. We know they're feds. You ain't fooling none of us, right? And let's see what else. Oh, not Hartman. What the hell is Hartman so shocked about? Biden is at a black church. Yeah, Biden's gone to a black church a couple of times now, and it never turns out well. So let's check it out. What stupid shit did he do?
How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Yeah, you.
I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Let us stand together. Oh,
at the cross, where I
first saw the light.
Am I standing up? Should I stand up?
The burdens
of my heart
rolled away. It was there by faith.
Oh, God. He's looking to his aid. Should I stand? Are they talking about me? I'm a wretch. Did it save me? This is just sad. Did he get up there and tell everybody that he was raised in a black church? Because that's Biden's MO. Like, we all know it. Tom, I don't know what you're so shocked about. He's been senile like this, and y'all pretended like you couldn't see it, right? And I got a whole bunch of those. I love how the media all of a sudden can absolutely see Joe Biden's mental state. They couldn't see it up until last Wednesday, right? Before the debate, no, he's blind. After the debate, oh my God, the sky is falling. We got to get rid of Joe Biden. We've been telling you this for 4 years, but we were the progressives, so don't listen to us. What is this? I'm not sure what this is, but I'm laughing at it. Undecided female voters weigh in on Biden-Trump debate. Oh, this ought to be good. It's CNN. So I think that this was taken right after the debate. And just listen to this delusional crap. I mean, you just saw firsthand Biden's performance, and this is what they say about his performance.
Who do you think was more truthful at the debate?
It was absolutely Biden.
I think
Biden was more truthful.
It was over 30 lies that Trump said, and I realized that I think he just continues to spit rhetoric just to keep you discombobulated.
After the debate, who do you trust more to run this country?
I mean, if I had to choose a person just strictly based off the debate, then of course it would be Biden.
And there was a lot of lack of care for the American people from Trump. I feel like if you're going to be our president again, you have to represent all of us and be inclusive.
He does.
Well,
you guys just act like he doesn't.
I don't think that Trump has been a great example of leadership in business or in just human decency.
Trump don't know shit about business.
Bad night for Biden, or is this beyond repair?
Time will tell.
I don't think it's beyond repair for Biden.
So do any of you think Biden should drop out?
I don't think he should drop out because he is just a better human being than the other option that we have.
CNN
At
viewers?
this point, drop
Delusional?
out and replace
No
him
way.
with who? He has momentum going, and if Biden drops out at this point, I think it's just a lose for the entire party.
Because last we spoke, you said, I'm going to watch this debate, and I think that's going to help me. Did it help you get any closer to deciding on a candidate?
I mean, it helped me to X out one.
No, because you
a bit more.
ever had a thought of voting for
Who
Trump,
would that
lady.
be?
Come
That would
on.
be Trump.
Oh, please. Like that woman ever in her lifetime would have voted for Trump. That was just gross. Of course, it was CNN. So what do you expect? We don't expect anything better from CNN. But, I'm not ruling out that the Dems could, RIGGING this. Yeah, we're not allowed to say that word on YouTube. But, hey, YouTube's giving people's channels back. We're going to talk about it in a second. That's kind of crazy. But I see the Dems currently working. So if Biden is the winner, we will know without a doubt why. 100% You can fool us once and you can fool us twice, but you are not going to get us a third damn time. This country will see it for what it is. And we'll do nothing about it because that's what we do. So that was a room full of liberals, Karens, whatever you want to call them. Well, I found this TikTok on how to deal with liberals. And I think that this is brilliant. It's hilarious. And this is the way we should react anytime we have to encounter them and talk to them. So I think this is a woman. She's upset because he went on the wrong dock.
There's nothing wrong with what I did. If you have a problem,
You broke the law.
you can, lady.
You broke the
I
law.
didn't break the
You
law.
went down a
You said-
private dock.
Oh my God! I broke the law. I took a wrong turn. Please, someone arrest me! I took a wrong turn and I went down a dock. Oh my God! Oh my God! What the fuck is going on? I went down the wrong dock. Oh, please! Please help me! Oh, God, I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry! I must seek penance! Oh, please, I hope Christ will forgive me! Oh, I went down the wrong way! Oh,
Even the dog's like, what the hell?
God, I'm so sorry! Oh, I went down the wrong way! Oh, God! I don't know if I can live with myself anymore! Oh.
That's how it's done. So the next time you get a busybody in your business, just react like this. What can they do, right? It makes them look as stupid as they really are. So this is classic. This was beautiful. And I'm definitely going to put that in my toolbox on how to deal with insane people in public, right? Good lesson for the day. That was your Monday morning lesson. Oh, not some George Stephanopoulos. Ew. Ew, it's too early on a Monday for George Stephanopoulos. Okay, let's hear him lick Biden's ass because I'm sure that's what he's doing.
Elections are about the future, not the past. They're about tomorrow, not yesterday. And the question on so many people's minds right now is, can you serve effectively for the next 4 years?
George, I'm the guy that put NATO together, the future. No one thought I could expand it. I'm the guy that shoved Putin down. No one thought could happen. I'm the guy that put together the South Pacific Initiative with AUKUS. I'm the guy that got 50 nations, out, not only in Europe, outside of Europe as well, to help Ukraine. I'm the guy that got Japanese to expand their budget. These, and for example,
I made NATO.
When I decided we used to have 40% of the computer chip, and we invented the chip, that little chip for the computer chip.
Oh my gosh, he did everything, right? He's that guy. He is that guy that's always done something better than you. I climbed a tree. Oh, I climbed 5 trees. That's Biden for you. But yeah, he made NATO and the South Pacific Alliance, and which is funny because if you talk to Biden any other time and you want to talk to him about, say the economy, he goes, "Hey man, I just did the best I could with what was handed to me." Yeah, but you've been in office for 40 fucking years. And you just admitted that these are your goddamn policies. So you have to take the blame for what you did. When you vote Democrat and refuse to look at what's happening, yeah, we see that every day. The oligarch rigging 101. My opponent is obviously the worst person in America. Vote for me out of fear. My opponent is obviously the worst person in America. Vote for me out of fear. This setup is called controlled opposition, also known as manipulating people's emotions to make them think that they have a meaningful choice between two pre-selected choices. We don't have a meaningful choice. I'm voting Jill Stein probably, and I feel like I don't have a choice. I've had no choice but to vote Jill Stein for the last 10 fucking years. So no choice for America. This is kind of a funny little video. So somebody, I'm thinking of independent media, went into I think it's a Hertz, it's a car rental place, and started asking him about Hunter Biden when he left his crack behind. Check this shit out. I hate when I leave my crack in a rental car.
Hunter Biden was here or something? I don't know if this was this location.
It's when Hertz Rent-A-Car was here. But yeah, that incident did occur here.
He left drugs in the car or something?
Uh-huh. Correct.
That's so funny. He was renting a car and he parked the car and he left drugs and a stolen ID badge. Did he get in trouble? Do you know?
The charges were dropped.
Oh, okay. So he just turned the car in the middle of the night, or?
No, it was daytime.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, the sheriff's department came out and put him in handcuffs and, took him to the county jail
And Daddy came and bailed him out.
He was released with no charges.
Wow.
Hunter Biden rented a car to visit this small town in Arizona called Cornville, population 3,000, where he crashed his rental car, blamed it on a spiritual owl. He returned it to the rental car company and accidentally forgot his crack pipe, a bag of cocaine, Secret Service credentials, and his dead brother's Attorney General badge. Hunter had a white van pick him up where he escaped to this hidden sanctuary in the middle of the desert owned by Puma. Who is Puma? She is a colon and fecal therapist. I shit you not. Police obtained warrants and searched all over for Hunter but could not locate him due to his new hideout.
Right down the street from Hunter Biden's cocaine binge at the Poop Resort, we have John McCain's house. I'm not talking 20 miles away or 100 miles away or even in the same town. This is a mile and a half down the road. It's a dirt road. We're in a rural area. So all these people, they're all living right next to each other. There's something going on, something strange going on in this town.
Oh, are we shocked? No. A little nepotism. They came and they rescued him. I love that he had his dead brother's Attorney General badge. Who the hell is he flashing that at that anybody's going to believe him? And it just proves it's one big club, and we are definitely not a part of it. But both of these asshats are. Both of them are. So this illusion that you have a choice between the very liberal FDR-like Biden and, the America First Trump, it's all bullshit. They're just corporatists at the end of the day that want totalitarian fucking control over this whole country. Oh, actually, over the whole world. The whole world. That's the way I see it anyways. That is funny. Don't leave your crack pipe in your rental car. That's the moral of that story. God, Hunter Biden leaves his shit everywhere. 2 laptops, crashes his... He must have the best life ever. Somebody should start a reality show just following Hunter Biden around. I swear to God, I'd watch because that guy does some crazy shit, right? And Daddy's always there to rescue him. Does America even need a president? Do we? No, we don't. Because the president really doesn't rule shit. And we all know that, right? He's just a big puppet head doing whatever the corporatists and the big banks and the lobbyists want him to do at the end of the day. So did you hear a zipper? That's why the fuck did you open your mouth, right? That doesn't even look like Biden. Some of the Bidens we've seen lately are very questionable. I always wonder, though, because they have the same voice. So I'm like, you can't really throw your voice. Yeah, if you're trained, you can. But I think if you see a Biden that looks healthy, who's just waving and he's not talking, that's probably the body double. Because we've caught the body double multiple times. I brought you guys the videos over the years. What is this? Oh, I added this at the last minute. I don't remember what this is, but I know it was important enough for me to add it to the deck this morning. So let's check it out.
What's your message to Joe Biden?
Fuck you.
Oh, yeah.
It's the one and only Digo Double G. Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. What's your message to Joe Biden? That's from the working class. I can pretty much tell you that. The whole working class feels that way about Joe Biden. This is so nauseating. So Nina Turner has jumped on the Kamala Harris bandwagon, and she wants her to be the nominee. Yes, because she didn't earn it, right? She didn't earn it, but she needs to be president. Nina, you know, I absolutely adored Nina in 2015, 2016, even into 2017. Let's see, when did I go to the People's Summit? 2018, maybe, where I met her. I have been to many events where she gives speeches, and she can deliver a powerful fucking speech. They're like a sermon. Well, yeah, because her dad was a reverend, right? And then she started doing the Bernie Sanders crap, endorsing establishment candidates and taking money we didn't like her to take, you know, this type of shit. And she just went full on Biden support in 2020. And I really haven't been a big supporter of Nina since then, which makes me sad because I really felt like we had something in Nina, you know, a powerful voice. And now I just see her shilling for the shit libs like she always does. Oh, come on. Don't start this crap. Go back. Thank you.
I want to stick with your op-ed. You did a great job laying out your argument. It was so articulately written. But you mentioned this. I'm going to read a quote from your op-ed. It would not make sense for the Democratic Party to skip over the first black woman to serve as vice president. Why is her gender and race the reason many Democrats say she should be the nominee here?
Well, for me, it's not just that, because far too many Democrats weaponize identity, and I don't roll that way.
I don't roll
but
that
if she
way.
were, if it was another person, if it was a white man or woman in that position, or a Latina in that position, I would be saying the same thing. Time is running out, and so the Democratic Party doesn't have much of a choice. Now, the greater point to that, however, you know, Congresswoman Summer Lee is out there saying the same thing. You got Cliff Albright of Black Votes Matter, Black Voters, matters, saying exactly the same thing. That, Hannah, we got to be, that there is something kind of suspicious about so many Democrats being willing to throw in other governors' names at this point, at 4 months out. Now, if we were a year out, year and a half, I would be saying something differently. But there is a race and gender laden impact to this. We're not going to fool ourselves. We know that the United States of America is still very much anti-black and very much a sexist nation. And so if people think they just going to skip over the vice president without a consequence because she is black and because she is a woman, to discount her, they are going to have a problem with large swaths of the Democratic Party, the most loyalist base to the Democratic Party, who has nothing to show for it. But I'll put that in the parking lot, Hannah, and that is the black community.
So what do you think? Should we jump on board with Kamala Harris and her, word salad that she puts out there daily? Come on, Nina. Come on. I mean, I get there's nobody else to tap. You're going to lose either way. Go ahead and put Harris forward. You think that Biden's ass is going to get handed to him? Harris will have both of her ass cheeks handed to her. This is a freaking joke. Hey, out there, new chatters. I threw some wrenches at you. Welcome to the trailer park. We do this every Monday morning. And yeah, Prince, this is exactly why doves cry. Happy birthday to Prince. Prince would have been 66 yesterday, I think. I saw. You know, we used to do this day in history, and I don't know why I don't anymore. But Linda does it with the Yum Yum. She'll find one thing for the week and cover it. If you didn't see the Yum Yum from Saturday night, it was excellent. Excellent Yum Yum clip on Stonehenge, because we talked about Stonehenge last week. The anniversary of it getting blown it up and the FBI not knowing anything was last week, right? It's so crazy that 2 pipe bombs got left at the DNC and RNC in 2020, and the ATF, the FBI, they can't figure out shit, and they can't figure out who blew up the Georgia Guidestones. It's just so crazy, right? I thought that's what we paid them to do. Let's see. Here's Harris. America may soon be subject to the country's first DEI president. Oh, gosh. Kamala Harris. What can be unburdened by what has been? Yeah, that's the stupidest saying. What can be unburdened by what has been? I don't even know if I can wrap my mind around that. Not this morning, anyways. Yeah, the trailer park queen, that would be me. Complete outfit, tank top, shorts, and slinky high heel shoes. But yeah, maybe 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Not so much now that I'm getting older, but definitely tank top and shorts. Let's see. I brought you Glenn Greenwald. Everybody likes to hear from Glenn. So Brazil under siege after Clinton debate question. Let's see what this is.
As you might know, Donna Brazil was a CNN commentator at the time. CNN was hosting a debate between Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton. And she got exposed for having passed debate questions that CNN prepared and intended to ask only to Hillary Clinton, but not to Bernie Sanders. And here's how it got exposed. Quote, after hacked emails published Monday by WikiLeaks appeared to reveal that Donna Brazil, during her time as a CNN commentator, gave advance notice to Clinton's camp about a debate question. Brazil has lost the CNN contract, which had been suspended since Brazil took over the DNC in July, and found herself used as fodder for one of Donald Trump's favorite talking points. That in this, quote, rigged election, the DNC has been in the bag for Clinton since the beginning. Isn't it amazing? They're like, oh, this is a Donald Trump talking point when we just heard Elizabeth Warren say exactly the same thing. And by the way, is it any wonder why the Democrats wanted so badly Julian Assange to rot in prison?
Yeah, no.
Given how much corruption he exposed on the part of the Democratic Party and the Hillary Clinton campaign, including what Donna Brazil did. And just to remind you, here from The Guardian in July of 2016, quote, Debbie Wasserman Schultz to resign as DNC chair as email scandal rocks the Democrats. Quote, Schultz said she would step down after the convention. She has been forced to step aside after a leak of DNC emails showed officials actively favoring Hillary Clinton during the presidential primary and plotting against Clinton's rival, Bernie Sanders. They rigged the election in 2016. They cheated constantly. They denied voters the opportunity for a free and fair election, just like they did in 2024, as we just heard from Simone Sanders. And they would have gotten away with it. People would have suspected it but couldn't prove it until WikiLeaks published the truth about what the Democratic Party did in the emails that they published, which is, of course, why Democrats to this very day despise Julian Assange and want him in prison, not because they think he endangered national security, but because they think that he helped elect Donald Trump in 2016 by exposing true, authentic, and genuine corruption on the part of the Clinton wing of the Democratic Party.
Yeah. So, the reason I brought that clip, and I'm glad that Glenn is revisiting that, because we have such a short-term memory. The people of this country, right? Oh, that was 8 years ago. We can't even talk about that. We need to talk about it. We've needed to talk about it since 2016. Well, as a Bernie delegate who was on the ground watching the rigging from inside the DNC, I was a PCO for the Democratic Party. I saw the lopsided support that the establishment gave Hillary Clinton the whole way. It didn't matter if it was a caucus, a primary, a county convention, a state convention, or the national convention, because I was at all of them. They were there to rip us off money-wise and to shove their candidate, Miss Hillary Clinton, down our throats. And I'm never going to shut up about it. I am never going to shut up that I was ripped off in 2016. And you know what? I feel ripped off by Bernie, because I bought into Bernie's message, hook, line, and sinker. We need a revolution. I will give every dime I got. I literally held a garage sale and sold half of my house so I could get to Philadelphia, so I could be on the ground to support Bernie Sanders as a delegate. And what did we get? Well, I'm going to just give Hillary all my delegates, and you need to vote for Hillary. That backfired classically in their face, right? They thought that they had 2016 locked down. They did not have it locked down, obviously. So yet again, we go into 2024, right? And you just need to look around to see how they're playing it. Now, people think, I love this when you have an election integrity argument with somebody and they try to tell you our elections are the most secure ever, right? This is the most secure election we're ever going to have. Here's the problem. We have 50 states. Every state has how many counties? Each county is set up different from the other county. So literally, you're going to have to go through every goddamn county to figure out how they're playing you. And some places they do it this way. Some places they stuff the ballot boxes. Sometimes they screw with the numbers. Non-proprietary software, they have a different means for every place that they go. And so it's hard to pinpoint exactly where they're doing it. You might be able to prove 30,000 votes were added over here, but you're not going to be able to prove it over here. And that was a lot of Trump's problem, right? I mean, not that I'm a huge Trump supporter. You guys know that. I'm not. I absolutely am not. But the hope was when they did what they did in 2020, that finally some of us that went through 2016 would get a little justice and some truth out there for what we saw and what we went through. So, and this is why I'm a diehard supporter of Julian Assange and WikiLeaks, because we were being gaslit so fucking hard inside the Democratic Party. I remember in February of 2016 when the DNC and the Clinton campaign hacked the Bernie Sanders server, got all of our supporter information, and then went to the media and said it was the other way around. The Bernie people hacked us. And then to be gaslit the whole time you were inside the Democratic Party. Oh, we love both candidates. We're supporting both candidates. We saw their lopsided support on all mainstream media, right? Remember when they refused to even cover Bernie fucking Sanders, but you would have Rachel Maddow there talking about Trump derangement syndrome for fucking 3 hours? Yeah. Don't think we're not going to go around through it again. And they actually have a new way that they're going to kind of mess with it this time. And that is, and I'm not bagging on illegal immigrants, I'm just saying that you can get a Social Security card, a ID, and register to vote within 4 months of coming into our country. So how do you think they're going to do it? I know that's a Republican talking point. You're not allowed to say it, but I'm above the duopoly. I can say what I want to say. So whatever you want to call it, unprogrammable, ungovernable, divergent, conscious, awake, alive, I am that. And you are too, because I always say I have the most well-informed chat on the YouTubes. Did you guys see Jimmy was over at Joe Rogan? He did another Joe Rogan. I liked it. I think Jimmy did great. Jimmy gets those talking points out there that we need out there, right? Jimmy gets the truth out there. But I kind of felt like a lot of it got deflected off of Joe. Like, I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to keep his nose clean so he don't get any more trouble with the mainstream. But I just kind of felt like Joe deflected it a little. Oh, where's my cursor? Let's hear from Jimmy.
I don't call them, people go, oh, the far left. I just call them Democrats, right? Because that's not left if you're for war. It's not left if you're for censorship. It's not left if you're for mandating experimental medical treatments.
Right.
There's nothing left about that, right? You just vote Democrat. And these are two bullshit constructs, being left, right. I don't think it matters that much. I've got way more in common with people who are considered right wing than I do with Joe fucking Biden.
Yep.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the thing is that people don't realize when they say I told you this before, when people say, oh, we have to organize along class lines, that means organizing with Trumpers. The workers. That's what Christian Smalls did on Staten Island when he organized the first union in Amazon, right? He didn't go down there and go, hey, who here is for LGBTQ? Hey, who here is a gun nut? You're out. Who's not? Who's for freedom of speech? You're out. He just went, who's here to get together? We have an economic interest to oppose the man. You with me? That's how you fucking organize. You come around and you don't have all these things that exclude. It's all about excluding people. And by the way, I found out that all this trans stuff, it's all come from the top down. It doesn't come from the bottom up. I figured this out when I saw that Larry Fink, the head of BlackRock, talk about enforcing ESG and DEI. And so that's because those companies are the ones who are raping the planet and screwing everybody. But then they stick a gay pride flag on what they're doing so they can wrap themselves in a patina of virtue. And that's all that is. And that's coming. And it's also great because it keeps us divided. So if we're fighting over bathrooms and people competing in sports and swimming and all that, then we're not, our eyes off the ball.
Right.
Our eyes off the $200 or $600 billion they're sending to the military industrial complex in an upward transfer of wealth. We're not talking about the CARES Act, the largest. We're not talking about things that actually matter, that people are still living under bridges. People don't have health care that doesn't bankrupt them. People can't go bankrupt just trying to go to college. People don't have a decent, 80% of workers living paycheck to paycheck. Half the country can't afford a $500 emergency. All that shit. We're not talking about any of that stuff if we're talking about all that other stuff.
Exactly. And that's part of the playbook. The playbook is keep the people distracted and divided. Yep. That's always been the playbook. And then while we're in the middle of these international conflicts that are baffling to everybody involved, and you're wondering how they have all this money to do that, but they don't have any money to address all the problems that we have.
Oh, we have money. We just won't put it in there. And yes, we freed Assange. I agree, Go Start. I love that we did, and we're going to keep fighting, right? Excellent points that Jimmy made. And yeah, it's all about the bread and circuses keeping us divided, and it always has been. We know that. We know. Oh, God, not Jen. Jen Psaki. Jen had no idea that Biden was having cognitive issues. She just never saw it. Biden's concealed his cognitive decline from Jen Psaki, making her a victim. Aw. Poor former White House press secretary Jen Psaki worked closely with Biden for 16 months, all while the president kept her in the dark about his declining health. She was just as much a victim of the president's cover-up as the mainstream media. Are you buying this shit? Are you buying this shit? Because people are starting to ask, how did you not notice? They noticed, but they're just going to lie. So poor victim Jen. She's such a victim. But do you know how Jen got her job? I'm going to show you. That's how Jen got her job. Look at where Biden's hands are. I know this is not a good picture. I ran it through the upscale. But wow. How gross. How gross. So let's circle back to how you got your job, Jen. Yeah, let's do it. And remember, this is what 81 million votes look like. Yeah, that's right. We remember those rallies. And everyone is miserable inside the plummeting Biden team morale. A new report shows how dire things are inside the White House right now. Oh, no way. No way. They're bad? Ugh. I know because I live in a home with somebody in mental decline. I know the craziness I live with all day. So I can only imagine what the White House aides are going through, right? Somebody better write a fucking book when they get out of that White House and tell us the truth of what was going on behind the scenes. That's all I want to know, right? Like, oh yeah, he had a full-time nurse with him. And she'd have to change his pants. And come on, we need the deets. We need the deets. Anyways, too funny. Jen Psaki, you poor victim. I'm so sorry that he lied to you. And you were just too dumb to figure it out. Moving on. Oh, no, not another dumbass. What did you do, Oz? What did you do? Beyond pathetic. Fuck all the way off. Sincerely, Oz the Boomer. And you can add Chanda on there, too, because fuck you, Bernie Sanders. Let's hear it. Is he telling us to vote for Biden? I haven't watched this yet. I'm assuming he's telling us that this is the most important election in the history of the world. Vote for Biden because Trump's Hitler. I'm sure that's what he says.
What we are talking about now is not a Grammy Award contest for Best Singer. Biden is old. He's not as articulate as he once was. I wish he could jump up the steps on Air Force One. He can't. What we have got to focus on is policy. Whose policies have and will benefit the vast majority of the people in this country.
Not Biden's.
Who has the guts to take on corporate America? Who is talking about expanding Medicare so we cover dental, hearing, and vision? Who's talking about raising the cap on the taxes that people pay into Social Security so we can raise Social Security benefits and extend the life of Social
that would be
Security
us
for
paying
75
more.
years? Who's talking about a permanent child tax credit to cut childhood poverty in America by 50%?
I thought they already
Those are the
solved
issues
it.
he's talked about. He's got to bring them up in the floor. He's got to promise the American people that if they give him a Democratic Senate, a Democratic House, re-elect him, he's going to do that in the first 100 days. That is what I think the American people want.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, Bernie, when he wants to get fired up, paid for by Bernie Sanders. No, paid for by us, right? That was just gross. I love how they're going to cut child poverty by 50%, but didn't they already cut it by 50%? Not just last year or the year before? I'm confused. Wouldn't that be 100%? Bernie Sanders, fuck all the way off. So gross. I can't believe I ever fell for this guy's bullshit. But you know what? It led me on the road to you. And so, you got to go through the motions, I guess. Thanks, Oz. That was gross. Oh, you got to set those to manual or they double fire on me. Let's see. The moment the worm gets to RFK's brain and realizes he's going to starve. Okay, so after last week's Vanity Fair attack, promoted by the DNC, right? Obviously, on RFK Jr., we've seen some crazy Hollywood type of campaign videos coming out of his camp. Last week, we saw him wrangle a snake. Yeah, wrangle a snake. That wasn't set up at all. That was just happenstance. And look, he's a good dude. He's just like you. He's hanging out in his garage and he sees a snake. He's got to go wrestle it, right? Well, now he's feeding his dogs because he's just like you. Vote for him.
You know what I'm doing? I'm making steak and chicken for the dogs. I don't know.
Steak and chicken for the dogs. I don't even get
Ever
steak.
since that guy wrote the article about me saying I ate a dog, it hasn't been the same. Now I got to work my way back into their good graces. This was my dinner. I'm giving him my food. This is the height of irresponsible journalism. I mean, I don't care what it does for me, but look at these guys. These guys will believe in anything they hear on the news. Yeah, Daddy would never do something like that. He was a goat. Oh, St. Francis loved the animals. I love you guys. I would never eat a dog. It was fake news. It was fake news. St. Francis was a wolf of Gubia. This is one of their favorite bugs. It really calms them down.
I really wish he wasn't a fucking schmooly butt plug. Because he does have some good qualities. He really does. I mean, look at his stance on, boob-boobs, censorship. Even Julian Assange, she had a good stance on it, if I remember right. But it still doesn't matter. You support bombing children in fucking tents, you fucking monster. I'm sorry, nobody can vote for that. So, yeah, he's just out there. That was kind of cute that the dogs believed it, though. No, his dogs don't believe anything.
You know what I'm doing?
Come on, go to the next one. Okay, let's talk Project 2025. Okay, all the shit libs are out there losing your mind. 50 times in my feed over on Facebook yesterday, I saw, you really need to be more bothered by Project 2025 than the debate. Yeah, so this is their rebuttal, the Democrats' rebuttal to Trump beating the shit out of Biden in that debate. And it's to say that Trump supports this Project 2025. So what's in Project 2025 and who is it? Well, it's the corporatists at the end of the day, and these are the things they want to do to us supposedly by 2025, if they haven't already done them. End no-fault divorces. Seriously? I need glasses. Do I have my glasses here? I guess I don't. Let's see. Complete ban on abortion without exception. Ban contraceptives altogether, apparently. Additional tax breaks for corporations and the 1%. Higher taxes for the working class. Elimination of unions and worker protections. They've already done that. Raise the retirement age. Cut Social Security, cut Medicare, end the Affordable Care Act, raise prescription drug prices, eliminate the Department of Education altogether. Fuck that. You guys don't need educated. Use public taxpayer money for private religious schools. Teach Christian religion beliefs in public school. Let's see. End free and discounted school lunch program. Yeah, Trump went after that the first time he was in office. Very first fucking day. End civil rights and the DEI protection in the government. Ban African American gender studies in all levels of education. Ban books and curriculum about slavery. End climate protections. Increased Arctic drilling. Didn't Obama open the Arctic up for drilling? Let's see. Deregulate big business and the oil industry. Promote and expedite capital punishment. End marriage equality. What? Condemn single mothers while promoting only traditional families. Defund the FBI and Homeland Security. Hey, I'm on board with that one. Use the military to break up domestic protests. They already do that. Massive deportation of immigrations, incarceration into camps. In birthright citizenship. Ban Muslims from entering the country, eliminate federal agencies like the FDA, the EPA, the NOAA, and more, and continue to pack the Supreme Court and lower courts with right-wing judge. That is Project 2025. Be scared. Yeah, they all want to do this shit. Like, it's not just Trump. They're corporatists. The corporatists that own both the right and the left. This is what they want. And I'm not saying all of it, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's Trump or Biden. The corporations will always get what they want. So this is probably, most of this is going to roll out on us. We all know it. I don't know what hope you think you have for this country. They're going to raise the cap on Medicare like Bernie just said. Bull fucking shit, they will, right? We haven't seen a minimum wage increase since 2009. Seriously? You think they're going to give you more of your Social Security money? Social Security is not going to be around when I age out in another 20 years. It's not. And I'll have paid into it my entire life. And I know I will not see a dime of that money. Mostly because we're probably going to be a dystopian shithole that's been blown up by nuclear war by then. But hey, you never know. So that's Project 2025. Be scared. Let's talk about the economy. My husband and I were talking last night about how 12-pack of drinks is now $9 and how in 2020 I used to buy 4 for $10. I decided to go back into my Walmart app and see what I was paying for random groceries. On January 2020, I paid $70.20 for 30 items. I added all of them to the cart again and repurchased them today. Today, those 30 items were $165.42. That's a $95.22 price increase from the last 4 years. That is a 135% inflation. Yeah, that's crazy. We can't go on living this way. I can't be the only one who feels this way. Absolutely not. We all feel it, right? You take $100 to the grocery store now, you're going to walk out of there with less than 10 items. Definitely, right? The days of being able to stretch a buck, they're long over. So we need a new law starting that if you pay $1,200 a month rent for 12 months in a row, banks must acknowledge the fact that you can afford to pay $750 mortgage, mainly because $1,200 is more than $750. Imagine the math on that. And I've always thought this, as a poor girl from the trailer park who raised 3 kids on minimum wage by myself. I paid $1,200 a month rent all through the 2000s, 2002 to 2010. I had a big Victorian style 4-bedroom house, and it was perfect for the kids and all the extended family. But I paid $1,200, and people used to tell me that's crazy. How do you afford that? Like, I couldn't do it now. I can tell you that, but it's all going up, right? And then you get no credit for the fact that you've been paying. I figured it out when I moved out of there. I paid her something like $120,000 for all the time that I lived there. I could have bought a fucking house, but I paid for somebody else's house. Why? Because I'm poor and I'm not allowed to have credit. I couldn't buy a house for, a payment of $75 a month. No, I had to pay rent for $1,200 a month. This is criminal. We want to bitch about the credit score system that they're setting up. You already have a credit score system that I have not participated in one time in my entire life since the day I was fucking born. Since the day I was born, I have never used credit. My Jewish grandfather or father-in-law pulled me aside when I was 18 years old, and he pretty much told me, if you don't have cash to pay for something, you can't buy it. And I took that to heart. I was poor, So I didn't go out there and apply for credit cards. I don't have bad credit per se. I just have no credit. None at all. And I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. I don't need your interest rates at the end of the day. Okay, we're going to talk Seth Rich. Now, Seth Rich, the anniversary of Seth Rich's passing is coming up on the 10th. Yeah, the 10th in 2 days. And I won't be doing a show on Wednesday. So I thought we would just take a little look today. I happened to go in and look at the WikiLeaks page for Seth Rich, or the Wikipedia page. My bad. And I was shocked at what it said. So here, let's come out of it. Let me find that article real fast. Here we go. So the murder of Seth Rich. Check this shit out. The murder of Seth Rich occurred on July 10th, 2016 at 4:20 a.m. Well, 4:20 in Bloomingdale neighborhood of Washington, D.C. Rich died about an hour and a half after being shot twice in the back. The perpetrators were never apprehended. Police suspected he had been the victim of an attempted robbery. Because remember, they didn't take anything from Seth, right? They just shot him in the back twice and left him alive and suffering on the sidewalk. But, you know, the thing about this that really gets me is it says he died about an hour and a half later. Now, there was reports very, very soon after this, I want to say a day or two after this happened, where somebody interviewed one of the resident doctors that was working at the DC Metro Hospital when he got brought in. Now, she says, or they say, I don't remember if it was male or female, that the DC Metro came in and they closed the whole entire second wing of the floor, or second floor. That's where he was at. Nobody could come in, nobody could go out. And that the last time she saw him, he was alive and doing okay. Like he wasn't in critical condition, about to die. So I always thought that that was a crazy story. That story has completely disappeared from the internet. I haven't seen it again since 2016, but I believe it. I absolutely believe DC, because think about who had the DC Metro in their pocket at that time. Oh, the Hillary Clinton campaign, because she had been, the first lady, because she had been in the State Department. Sure, she had them on speed dial. And, okay, let's read a little bit more. So it says the 27-year-old Rich was an employee at the Democratic National Committee, and his murder spanned several right-wing conspiracies, including the false claim contradicted by law enforcement branches that they investigated the murder, that Rich has been involved with the leaks from the DNC emails in 2016. Now, we all saw the Julian Assange interview when he puts up the money to the reward money for any information that would lead to an arrest in the Seth Rich case. And he gets straight up asked, right, Is Seth Rich the leak? Is he the one who gave you the DNC emails? And Julian shakes his head, and then he says, well, we want to protect all whistleblowers, right? So he doesn't just come right out and say, yeah, Seth was the whistleblower, but his body didn't lie. His body told you the truth, and you can go watch that. I brought that for you guys many, many times. Julian, we know. And Julian did the right thing by protecting his source and not naming his source. I don't think that Julian Assange will ever outright come out and tell us that Seth Rich was where he got the DNC emails. Maybe it'll come out years after, he is a journalist with integrity. Obviously, we've seen that for, 13 years. So I don't see him telling us. Let's see. I already read that part. Okay, it was also contradicted by the July 2016 indictment of 12 Russian military intelligence agents for hacking the email accounts. So they're still blaming it on the Russians, right? And let's see. And by the U.S. intelligence community concluded that the leaked DNC emails were part of Russian interference in the 2016 United States election. Fact-checking websites, PolitiFact and Snopes and factcheck.org state that the theories were false and unfounded. The New York Times and the Los Angeles Times and the Washington Post wrote that the promotion of conspiracy theories was an example of fake news. Oh, fake news. Now let's get to his family. This is the sad part. So Rich's family denounced the conspiracy theories and said that those individuals who exploited their son's death for political gain, and the spokesman called for conspiracy theorists disgusting sociopaths. They requested a retraction and apology from Fox News after the news promoted the conspiracy theory and sent a cease and desist letter to the investigator Fox News used. The investigator stated that he had no evidence to back up the claim, which Fox News attributed to him. Fox issued a retraction, but did not apologize or publicly explain what went wrong. In response, the Rich family sued Fox News in March of 2018 for having endangered extremely and outrageous conduct by fabricating the story, defaming their son, and therefore intentionally inflicting emotional distress on them. Fox News reached out to Fox News reached a seven-figure settlement with the Rich family in October. Isn't that sad? It's so sad. So sad. But you got to think about it. If Rich worked for the DNC, right, he probably had been raised a lifelong Democrat by his parents. So, of course, when the DNC comes knocking, and remember, I mean, Donna Brazile and Debbie Wasserman Schultz, even Hillary Clinton, I think, made a statement the following day, you know, like, oh, our deepest condolences, we lost a good one, blah, blah, blah. And so, of course, they were in the Rich family's ear. Of course they were. And I'm not shocked by the lawsuit. We knew about the lawsuit. But isn't this just crazy? The shooting death. So get this. On Sunday, July 10th, 2016 at 4:20 a.m., Rich was shot about a block from the apartment, from his apartment at the southwest corner of Flagler Place and W Street Northwest in the Bloomingdale neighborhood of Washington, D.C. Earlier that night, he had been at Lou's City Bar, a sports pub about 1.8 miles from the apartment in Columbia Heights, where he was a regular customer. He left when the bar was closing. So what time does the bar close? Bar closes at 1:30 in the morning, between 1:30 and 1:45, right? Police were alerted to gunfire at 4:20. They are very, very stern about this 4:20 number. And by automatic gunfire, he was taken to a nearby hospital where he died. And over 1.5 hours after being shot, he was not shot in the head. It seems seen as evidence against the shooting has been an assassination. According to police, he died from 2 shots to the back and may have been killed in an attempted robbery. Residents noted the neighborhood had been plagued with robberies. Yeah, this is just gross, and it's so disinformation at the end of the day. But, you know, fact checkers, the aftermath. On the day after shooting, DNC Chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz issued a statement mourning his loss and praising Rich's work to support voter rights. 2 days after the shooting, Hillary Clinton spoke on his death during a speech advocating the limiting to availability of guns. Of course, you got to jump on that, right, Hillary? And let's see. In September 2016, Rich's parents and girlfriend appeared on the syndicated television show Crime Watch Daily to speak about the murder case. In October 2016, a plague and the bike rack outside of the DNC headquarters was dedicated to Rich's memory. Yeah, that was so sweet of them. Yeah, this just goes on with more bullshit and lies. If you want to read it, just go type it in. I just wanted to show you guys just how fact-checked any of this is. So don't go to Wikipedia as your go-to if you need information. Just know that it's backed up by Snopes and PolitiFact and all of the bullshit, ways that they control it. So what is this? Rich's family, Seth Rich's killing was exploited on Fox News. Yeah. His parents were fed up. There's his parents right there. I mean, I get it. How heartbreaking to lose your son. But to not want to get to the bottom of it or to know what actually happened, wouldn't you be questioning it? I just don't understand. As a parent, I would totally be questioning. So there is your Seth Rich update. And wasn't that nice of DNC to give him a bike rack? How much you want to bet he rode a bike and they were like, oh, I know. We'll put a bike rack out there and everybody will think that we're great. Ugh, so gross. The FBI wrote that. I believe the FBI wrote that. Yeah, totally. Okay, let's bring the deck back in here. There we go. I can do more in depth with, but I would like to do a show, right? If I was going to bring you guys everything I had and knew about Seth Rich, I would have to just do a dedicated show. This woman is a criminal. She destroyed subpoenaed evidence that has already been established in a felony. Yeah, felony crime. The FBI knows it. The media knows it. The public knows it. It's not a matter of if she was guilty. It's a matter of why isn't she being tried and convicted? Ugh, it creeped me out, man. Yeah. We already know this. Remember Comey coming out just before the election and telling us, well, she's a criminal, but she didn't mean it. She didn't mean it. She didn't mean to be a criminal. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. Oh, we got a Fee Says. What does Fee say? Fee says, oh, yeah. So we talked about this last week. Okay, so YouTube has partnered to promote peace. YouTube's trying to promote peace. Yeah, you heard that right. With the warmongering State Department. Oh, because we all know the peace lovers over at the State Department. Should tell you why some of us are persecuted and banned from the platform. It should be a warning to fight back and to find other mediums. It's also proof free speech is a myth in the U.S. Hear, Fee. So, yeah, they're getting smart. The State Department, the Biden administration, whatever you want to call it, they've wised up enough to know that they need celebrities and social media influencers, right? Yeah. So they got Lainey Wilson and Chuck D and many more YouTube partners with the U.S. State Department to promote peace. Who in their right mind thinks that the U.S. State Department is trying to promote peace on any level? Wow. Wow. You know, I'm sad because I saw Lainey Wilson just last September out at the Gorge. And yeah, too bad. Too bad. There's so many sellouts to the world. I had to bring this again. It's just so damn good. Jose Vega telling the truth about China. And this isn't just the video. I think there's some commentary that goes with this. But if you haven't seen this, what a treat. We need tens of thousands of Jose Vegas in every goddamn room from coast to coast, shouting them down just like this.
Check this out. An audience member says America should not be starting wars and gets dragged away and choked. Here's the story. US warhawk Matt Pottinger was on stage doing his normal thing, demonizing the Chinese to justify an attack on them, when audience member Jose Vega stood up and spoke the simple truth. The world's problems are not caused by China, but by a warmongering US elite. The Chinese model of exporting cooperation is better than the US model of fostering division and conflict, wars. Now, this incident took place on July the 2nd at an Asia Society event. Listen to what Vega actually said.
I'm supposed to believe that Xi Jinping is this evil dictator when the United States is actually responsible for a three-front world war? Ukraine, Israel, Taiwan, the three fronts of World War III, and idiots like you are trying to tell me China is the actual responsible one for World War III? I'm supposed to believe China surveilling our kids? We have a mass surveillance
How do you get the
here.
mic?
It's called fascism, okay? The NSA spies on everything we do. You think I give a shit if Xi Jinping cares about what I'm doing? The United States government already spies on me. This incoherent idiot up on the stage is no different than the incoherent babbler named Biden, who probably isn't running our government. Okay, I can't
Probably.
believe
We
Richie
know he's
Torres
not.
has you come and testify at our government, in our Congress. You're a disgrace, okay? There is an alternative to the world right now. We don't need to have World War III. We can actually work with China. Did you know that? We can work with China every time they come. They offer a peaceful solution. Listen. Don't start World War III. Hey, he's choking me. He's choking me. Holy shit. Jesus Christ, he just choked me. Jesus. Hey, my neck really hurts, man.
I'd be saying that too.
I can't breathe. Oh, hey, all right, stand up. Jesus Christ. What the hey, I'm not done talking about peace, man.
I'm not done talking about peace.
Population anymore. People will not fall for your antics. We can join the BRICS. We
could join the BRICS.
The people. The fascism and the tyranny has to end here. We don't need to go to war. I'm pleading with people. I'm pleading with the American population. Don't listen to the idiots on stage. You have fascism in your own country. Don't let them take you to World War III.
The really interesting thing is that the bulk of comments that appeared under video clips of what happened say that Vega spoke the truth. Even Americans, and even the ones with flags on their social media profiles, say that he was speaking the truth, not the people on stage. The world is changing. All of us, people in the East and the West and the South, know we need to work together for a peaceful, multipolar future. Peace.
That was a good clip, and I like the commentary. But, the clip that was out there, we didn't see him on the ground. So that's the first time I actually saw that all the way through. And Jose Vega, keep going, man. Keep going. And if they grab me by the throat, you better bet your ass I'm down on the ground to being a drama queen. You know I would. I'd be like, oh, I got the whiplash. Somebody's paying me. That's what I would do at the end of the day. So remember, TikTok is Chinese spyware. And my brother in Christ, you use Google Chrome. Yeah, I hate to break it to you. If you're staying off TikTok and you're on Google, you're still being spied on. If you're anywhere on the internet, you're still being spied on. Shit, if you even have a router in your house, you're probably being spied on. The government has no plans to return your freedoms. How long will it take to realize that? It says slave. How long will it take to realize that you have no freedoms? Try to use your freedoms, and that's exactly what will happen. Kit Clarenberg, this is new. So we've been telling you, and Whitney's been telling us for years, that they're in your DMs. They're reading your DMs. So if you're over at X or Facebook too, Messenger, they read your DMs. So they're flat telling you now. Keeping you safer in direct messaging. X system scans, shares links, and media for spam. It's just spam and abuse and prohibited content that they're looking for. We also analyze usage patterns to detect suspicious behavior and improve your experience. We may manually review your DMs to investigate a reported violence or misuse of our services or to comply with the laws or government requests. So basically, they're just saying, if the government asks, we're going to read your DMs. We're going to read your DMs even if the government doesn't ask. And we're spying on everything you do, every link you get, every message you send. So just know that. Don't be planning no Patriot Front rallies on DMs because it's not going to work out well for you. Fucking told you so. And Kit Klernberg says, we may manually review your DMs to comply with government requests. We already knew that. But remember, Elon was going to change X when he took it over, right? There was going to be no more of that government relationship, that porthole that they had. Remember the Matt Taibbi Twitter files that we got, right? That told us that the government was reading our DMs? Nothing's changed. It's Elon. He didn't become the richest guy in the world by not listening to the government. We all know that. Last American Vagabond, he just got knocked down too. Do you see this? Ryan Krishon. The last Okay, so the Last American Vagabond website is being blocked all around the world. I'm getting these messages from people daily. So it says website blocked. We blocked the website because it may contain malicious content that could be harmful to your device. What? You haven't done anything wrong. We automatically block potentially dangerous websites. We recommend you leave the website immediately. Do not pass go. If you believe this website is safe, you can report the website as safe. Seriously? So let's see. What's going on over at Reddit? Reddit has banned the word groomer because it's hate speech. And 24 hours later, the community came up with a new word. Predator. Yeah. Okay, predator. All the censorship just boom, boom, boom all around us. You just have to pay attention and you'll see it. So that's a bummer for Ryan, because Ryan, a lot of his traffic, Ryan Christian was one of the very first people, I would say him and James Corbett of the Corbett Report, were one of the first groups to get taken off of YouTube, right? Which those were my go-tos. We had Jamie Deluxe, we had Last American Vagabond, Jason Burmis, right? And they took all their accounts from them. But oddly enough, 3 years later, almost 4 years later, they're giving people back their fucking accounts. Jamie Deluxe just got back his account. It was missing about 30,000 subs, but it was still his original account. How crazy is that? And speaking of Jamie says, strange. New York Post, Nashville school shooter, Aubrey Hale manifesto can't be released because the victims' families own the copyright, according to the judge. That's a little crazy. Yeah, that's strange. That was strange. Remember, they tried to say that she was right wing, but she was a Bernie supporter or some shit. But I think it's just odd that her manifesto, we can read every other manifesto in the world, but hers is owned by the victims' families. 86 Republicans voted for warrantless spying on America. Are we shocked? No. They all support warrantless spying on America. Thanks to Ed Snowden, we know that. Thank you, Ed. And, I brought you guys a treat. I brought you such a treat. This is Rachel Maddow, and she's wearing her red shoes. For those of you who know what the red shoes mean, well, now you see it. Now you see it. And if you don't know what red shoes means, go do some research. It's out there.
And I am very heartened by everybody always asking me about me keeping myself safe and MSNBC folks keeping ourselves safe. That is very heartening because it means that you guys care about us and care about me, and that's really nice. But I'm no more worried about any of us on TV or any of us who, well-known liberals or whatever. I'm not any more worried about us than I am about all of us. And we're already seeing, it's not hypothetical, we're already seeing what it is for people to be personally threatened by this movement. We see it in Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss. We see it in Fonnie Willis.
Whatever, poor
We see it
Fonnie.
in Stormy Daniels wearing a bulletproof vest into the courthouse.
Oh, jeez.
Right?
And you could be overacting
we
it all.
saw it, obviously, on January 6th, but we see it with all of the members of the January 6th investigatory committee in Congress needing 24-hour security.
So bad.
The terroristic violence against the opposition, against journalists, against anybody who's standing in their way has begun. And that means that the response to it
She's a
must
victim.
begin. And the people who are being targeted need standing up for. And
poor
I
Fannie.
don't think there's any reason to worry about famous people any more than there is to worry about all of us. But it means that the responsibility is also on all of us to stand up for the people who are already being targeted, to back them up, to fund their defense funds, right? To fund their legal defense funds, to
give
stand
Fannie
up
your
and
money.
make sure there's a political cost to people who attack them in a way that is not called for. I've been hearing over and over again that there is this fear. I think we're afraid of something that we imagine is coming.
Yeah, Trump.
Fear of the unknown is always more disabling.
You know
than
Trump,
fear
you
of the
idiot.
known. It is worth worrying about what we've got right now as a country, but it's not some distant thing we have to anticipate it. We're living in it now.
Oh, that was so gross. That was just so gross. And yeah, poor Fannie Willis. I just got on a news alert from the Dems. Let's see what they're trying to tell us. Oh, I guess it went away. Breaking. I love these breaking. Biden abandonment. Yeah, I think that was Lee Camp. I've been watching a lot of Lee Camp lately. I enjoy Lee. I followed Lee for years, but he was another one that during the YouTube purge 4 years ago, Redacted was just gone, right? I used to love Redacted, the skits, and then, of course, they lost their funding when RT got kicked out of the country. Terrible, but I still support Lee Camp. I think he might have been a little wacky on COVID, if I remember right. After all these years, she's still the babysitter. Oh, poor Jill. She's still the babysitter. She's the most powerful woman in the country. What are you talking about? She's the one running the Biden administration. I'm not sure what this is, but we're going to check it out.
I got invited to go to the White House yesterday, but not by anybody in the White House. I received a phone call, I have no idea how they even got my number to begin with, from a representative from NATO, to attend an upcoming Washington summit with a whole bunch of other TikTok content creators. And I wasn't filled in with a lot of information, but then I received a phone call from somebody last night that I never thought in my life I would receive one from. But before we get to that weird ass fucking phone call, I have no idea why I even received this invite to begin with, because I have 400,000 followers. And there's people that have millions of followers that are being invited to go to this upcoming summit as well. But anyways, it's this upcoming Washington summit, right? The NATO summit in Washington will mark the 75 years of historic achievements, demonstrate the strength and unity of our transatlantic bond, blah, 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 right? But I was told that I was going to be doing a background check with the Secret Service. Yeah, I'm good. I couldn't go to the White House without opening my mouth so fucking loud. I'd probably be kicked out. Because you see, I know the way the world works, right? And I'm surprised that so many actually don't, and they would just take that invite so openly. So of course I'm not going to fucking go because, one, have you seen the content that I post about? Have you seen the topics that I speak upon? I have no idea why I would even receive an invite to begin with. But anyways, late last night, about 6 p.m., I received a phone call from somebody, right? Supposedly it was an assistant by the name of Suzanne. And Suzanne filled me in on how supposedly a couple of individuals have been watching my content and they're really impressed. And then she says something that really made me want to hang up the phone. She said that her boss would like to have a potential meeting in Los Angeles in the next couple of weeks. And of course, I'm sketched out about this. I have no idea what the fuck she's even talking about. So I'm like, well, who's your boss? And then she proceeds to say, oh, well, Mr. Fink would be glad to have you. And at that instant moment, I sat back and thought to myself, wow, Mr. Fink, my fucking grandfather. And then she decided to say that supposedly they would like to discuss some very important opportunities. My fucking grandfather that I haven't spoke to since I was like 4 or 5 years old? That's a very unfortunate fucking relationship, okay? Let me just get this straight with you real quick. My father was abandoned at a very fucking young age by that man. And it's very fucking unfortunate that I was even born into that bloodline to begin with. That's not exactly something that somebody would ask for, you feel me? And let's do keep in mind, I'm known as a black sheep in my family, okay? Nobody fucking likes me. And the last time that I talked to anybody that's on that side of the family was Joshua. And boy, let me tell you, I got a lot to say about Mr. Joshua Fink. Because supposedly in the last couple of months, Mr. Joshua has had a lot to say about me. And I just so happen to know that through another grandchild that's considered another black sheep in our family. Me and her were exposed to a lot of stuff when we started to go to college, right? And it made us drop out of college because we didn't really see a point anymore. And I'm not really going to go into that too much. I've already made a video about that. I shouldn't have to clear anything else up. But you've got me fucked up if you actually think I'm going to go to a meeting with Larry Fink, especially considering the content that I've been posting about. And you got me fucked up to think that I'm going to go to the Washington summit with NATO. This entire situation is just really fucking confusing because, one, I only have 400,000 fucking followers. And that might seem like a lot to some people, but it doesn't really seem like enough to receive an invite to go to the White House to attend this. I mean, like I stated, there's creators on here that have millions of followers of their own that have received their own invites. And I'm especially not a fucking news journalist to begin with. I don't post biased ass content here on TikTok, right? I like to keep it real. And a lot of people are probably wondering as to why I didn't post that video on X last night, and it's okay, I understand. I was going to post that video, but like I stated, I received that phone call and it took me completely back. I took my family and I went out to some private land that we have, and I just tried to cool down for a little bit because it was all really confusing and overwhelming. But just know I am still going to be posting that video on X. I've just been trying to clear my mind over the past couple of days.
So what is the point of this video? Well, the point of this video is that NATO has dummied up and realized that they don't have much support, that the world sees them for who they are, so they better buy some social media influencers. And for Larry Fink to accidentally or intentionally reach out to a family member and not even know it, I don't know who this guy is, but I'm glad that he told him to shove it. And so just be on the lookout. You're going to be seeing some social media influencers in the next couple of months, probably the next couple of weeks, that are out there beating the drum for NATO, how great NATO is, and then of course the Washington summit. They'll be all out there parroting talking points, but yeah, there they are. Oz the Boomer dropped this for us. Let's see. 30 of the wealthiest Jewish families who contacted the media, Hollywood, academia, and other federal government. These are the people complaining about about being oppressed and suppressed. Oz says, you can lend me some people to water, but you can't get them to think. Yeah, you can lead people to water, but you can't get them to think. Okay, let's check it out. I haven't actually watched this one.
These kings of kings, the secret
Oh,
influence
Rothschild.
behind the throne, who years and years ago, back in the 1800s, people were already saying that the Rothschilds would be the rulers of a world in the hands of the Jews, the Rothschilds and the families working with them. The 30 most powerful Jewish families. The Bronfman gang, the royal family of American Jewry. The Bronfman. These are the people who are complaining that they're suppressed and oppressed, and that people are campaigning to destroy them, and yet they are the ones who control the media. They're the ones who control academia. They're the ones who dominate many industries.
Yeah, we know that. We call it out all the time. That's why we have Fuck Hollywood, which we're getting to. We're going to get there shortly. I'm going to have to do a Klaus Schwab update for you guys. It turns out the left decided to throw him under the bus, and it's been kind of amusing to watch. But yeah, that's all it is. Let's see. Hey, don't call me a cynic, but I'm starting to think that these blood-drinking, Moloch-worshipping pedophiles who run our government might not have our best interests in heart. Aw, Norm Macdonald, rest in peace. You're so true. You're so right. Right? I doubt he said that, but maybe. Norm was kind of awake. He got it. Let's see. Shadow. Oh, did you guys see this? Okay, so the Archbishop Carl Marina Vengo, is that Vengo? Excommunicated from the church by order of Pope Francis, issues a grave warning alleging that the Pope is a euthanaria, a youth, it means to euthanize, but youth says, I can't say it. I can't. Collaborator in the Great Reset. Are we shocked that the Pope is in on the Great Reset? No, just look at the Vatican. It's a big fucking serpent snake head on the inside of there. There's all kinds of shady shit that comes from the Vatican, right? So let's see what his message was. I wonder how long this is.
The Fourth Revolution, theorized by Klaus Schwab and the family of international finance, find in Bergoglio not a neutral spectator, which would itself already be an unheard of thing, but actually a zealous cooperator who abuses his own moral authority in order to support a destra outside the church, the project of the dissolution of traditional society. While ad intra within the church, he pursues the project of the demolition of the church in order to replace her with a philanthropic organization of Masonic inspiration. And it is scandalous. This applies to both, to civil and ecclesiastical world. Confirming the pactum sceleri, the criminal conspiracy between the deep state and the deep church. seems to me that in this conspiracy, the role of the Jesuit has been decisive. It is no coincidence that for the first time in history, a religious of the Society of Jesus is seated on the throne of Peter.
So there you are, excommunicated from the church by Pope Francis. He's telling you they're in bed with the deep state. Are we shocked? No, we're not shocked. But, you know, that's probably what happens if you are an actual truth seeker inside the Vatican. You get excommunicated would be my guess. But, yeah, he threw some names in there, right? The Masons and... Okay, let's move on to the next pandemic. Do you guys got it? Do you know everybody's got it? Apparently everybody's sick. Are y'all sick out there in the chat? Let me know. I've been hearing from mass people that are like, I've got something. I've got a flu. I've got, you know, I got a summer cold. It seems like there's something going around. Is it the new bird flu? Maybe. Let's see. Because you remember... During the COVID days, it took them about 5 months from the beginning of COVID till they actually let us know that COVID was going on, right? Those of us in the know that were paying attention knew something was up the end of December. And they didn't really come out and tell us till like maybe the end of February, March, right? So, fourth human bird flu case confirmed in the U.S. What are the symptoms? I didn't bring you the symptoms. A fourth person in the United States has tested positive for the Asian influenza, a.k.a. the bird flu, among ongoing global outbreak of the virus affecting poultry and other animals. So apparently it's jumped now and it's getting to humans. Is that what Fauci's trying to tell us? I don't know. I haven't heard from Fauci. But let's hear from Dr. Peter McCullough. And hopefully I don't get a smack for this one. But we love Dr. Peter McCullough here. He was one of the true doctors out there telling the truth and giving you sound advice during the last one, the last pandemic, right? So let's hear from Peter.
Almost right on cue, we're hearing about a new potential pandemic. I mean, this comes up every few weeks. This time it comes in the form of an avian flu, apparently. What should we know about avian flu to start with?
Avian flu has been around for decades now. When it does happen, it can be deadly. It's transmitted from animals, mainly birds, to humans. But you know, I'm concerned that this could be disease X that this biopharmaceutical complex has warned us about. In 2021, it was announced that there is a bird flu vaccine, and now the BARDA, the Defense Department unit for research, is announcing a self-amplifying messenger RNA vaccine.
Lucky us.
So bird flu has in it the potential for a food scare that is pulling poultry and meat off the market, people becoming very fearful, and the government presenting us with a vaccine.
How convenient. A vaccine windfall for Big Pharma again, Doctor.
Another one?
Call me a cynic, but that's the way I see it. Now, look, based on what we saw during COVID, and knowing now that we were lied to over and over again by the government, why would we trust anything they claim about a new outbreak of anything?
Why would we?
We have to be wary, and I think if we start to see more and more cases reported, and if there is a jump to human transmission, it could be game on for another fear-driven campaign.
It could be game on for another fear-driven campaign. I mean, how convenient that it would show up right before the election. Maybe they'll have to shut elections down. It's a good thing the DNC doesn't actually hold a convention anymore and they just do the Zoom thing, right? And then you can vote by mail. Remember, everybody in the damn country damn near got a ballot last time. So I think that this works in their favor. It works in Big Pharma's favor, and it works in the eugenicists' favor in the fact that they want us to go away at the end of the day. So I don't know. Don't be scared. That's all I'm going to tell you. Don't be scared. Boeing will plead guilty to fraud related to fatal 737 MAX crashes. Oh, Oz, you should have sent me the article on this. I'm interested. What did they get caught fraudulent? What was fraudulent? I mean, we know they lie about the safety inspects and stuff, but you'll have to send me that article, Oz. It looks like it's MSNBC. I'll have to go find it. back to COVID. Okay. Or not COVID. Bird flu. Bird flu. So let's hear about bird flu.
Last year, Moderna started working on bird flu vaccines. Yeah. This year, their stocks spiked when the media pushed bird flu fear.
Yep.
Are you getting more clarity on how all this works?
I think so. Are you getting clarity on how it works? Because if you haven't figured it out over the last 4 years, I don't think you will. So keep wearing your masks, right? Calm down. We're only doing fascism until there's a vaccine. Trust the science. Okay, let me see it. It will be released in 75 years, right? I'm sure it'll be 75 years before we get any insert for the new mRNA vaccine, right? You guys know we've done some deep dives over at Roar Media on gain of function, and you can go watch some of Amber King's early works if you want the lowdown. Like we know it's a scam. Politicians, when a crisis happens, I can milk you. Yeah, they do. They milk us like a big freaking cow. How have you not figured it out yet? They are orchestrating events so that you will accept their solutions. Of course, because that's the way our government rolls. Oh, this is so gross. So I brought this to you on Saturday night's Beauty and the Boomer. Bill Gates launches maggot milk. Ooh, yum. I'd love some of that in my coffee to feed the general public because he's taking all the beef away, right? We've talked about the beef initiative and that they're ripping the farmers off for $30 less a head of cattle, but they're raising the price for the meat that's actually going out, right? Us poors in the trailer park, we're not allowed to have beef anymore. You are allowed to have maggots, damn it, maggots. So I had to bring you this little video that goes along with it because I hadn't seen it. If you're eating breakfast, I'm sorry, look away. Okay, it jumped. Get back here. There we go. We'll try again.
Milk is a dairy alternative that we make from black soldier fly larvae. We take the insects and we process it into a dairy alternative. It forms a rich and creamy liquid which looks and acts just like dairy. Milk is very rich in protein,
it looks just like milk,
fat, calcium, iron, and zinc, which is really good for you. And it's got a very creamy mouthfeel. The world needs alternatives.
These are the people that are wrong.
Insects are vital for the future of food because they require very little land. They don't damage the environment like
looks like chocolate milk.
They don't produce greenhouse gases, and they meet the demand for ice cream. The world
maggot
is going
ice
to struggle
cream
to produce enough food for the growing population, and I find insects a very viable option. Can you believe it's made from insects? Hi, I'm Leah Bessa. I live in Cape Town, and I make dairy alternatives from insects.
Don't worry, they'll feed it to Africa long before they feed it to you. But don't you want your maggot ice cream? Oh, it sounds so good on a hot day. Get you a maggot cone. Yeah, gross though. This is the world we're living in. We are so fucked, guys. We are so fucked. Enjoy your beef now, because in 10 years you could be eating maggot cones. So gross, so gross. And this little maniacal Hitler here. Let's see. Bioterrorism. Gates Foundation's awarded a $9.5 million to the University of Madison to make an H5N1 bird flu transmissible to humans. Let me reread that. So, bioterrorist Gates Foundation awarded $9.5 million to the UW Madison to make an H5N1 bird flu transmissible to humans. Yes, I read that right. They intentionally got paid to make a bird flu that is transmissible to you. It's called gain of function. Yeah, we talk about it all the time. Let's see what else it says. It says bad health, bad medicine, Bill Gates, bioterrorism, bird flu, conspiracy, control, corruption, deception, gain of function. Gates Foundation has an outbreak, pandemic, plague, research. Okay. They just put a whole bunch of words together. It's almost like Kamala Harris wrote it or something. I don't know. They just put words that sounded like they belonged together. But are we shocked? No, we're not shocked at all. Okay, so we got a couple of storms out there. Have you guys seen these freaking hurricanes that look very man-made? That's just my opinion. Just my opinion. Isn't it crazy how when we had a long weekend, like a 4-day weekend because of, say, 4th of July, that I didn't see one chemtrail in the whole entire fucking sky for the last 4 days. But I'll bet you if I go out there today, because it's Monday and they're back to work, they'll be back up there like they always are, right? This could be us, but you still haven't figured out our weather is being engineered. It's being engineered. Come on, think about when you were kids. Don't you guys remember the soap operas? I remember watching General Hospital with my grandma back in the early 80s, and the whole entire storyline was about controlling the weather. Go back to the Vietnam War. Controlling the weather. Go back to World War II. Controlling the weather. What do you think? They just got to the 80s and threw their hands in the fucking air and said, oh no, we don't want to control the weather anymore. Of course they do. It helps them get world domination if they can control the food, which they can control if they control the weather. Anyways, check this out. This is a satellite look. Explain to me what this sonic boom on the bottom of this Doppler is. I don't know what it is. Maybe one of you guys has a legitimate reason, like, oh, that's just blah, blah, blah. And I'll believe that. But in the meantime, I don't understand it because I've never seen anything like this on a Doppler. Wait for it. This is Slavonia, Austria. Was this the right one? I guess this wasn't the right one. Damn it. I thought that was a different clip. I seriously thought that was about the hurricanes. And yeah, what did I do with that video? This is a really interesting video. Anyways, that was a cloud cover that they can't figure out where it came from or why it's there. Like it was man-made, right? So that's over, where was that? Slavonia and Austria? Yeah. Yeah, damn, I didn't get the one in here I wanted to show you guys. Well, maybe I'll bring it to the next show. Are you sick of living under an doppelganger blanket? Yeah, a Doppler blanket. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. But, you know, they let it be nice here for the last couple of days, so we're just thankful for that. Because being out on the West Coast, as close to the coast as I am, we get hit every day. Every day. They're trying to push it inland, right? Oh, this is it. Okay, this is it. What the fuck is this? Okay, I did get it. Okay, check this out. What is this? So, okay, did you see the swirl? I can play it again if you guys need to see it again. Did you see the swirl at the bottom of the hurricane? So the hurricane's up here, and down here, there's almost like another eye, but it looks like it's sound, right? It looks like sound waves, like a sonic boom. Like if they went into a hurricane and effed with it, maybe that's what would happen. Hey, this is my conspiracy, and I can say what I want as long as YouTube agrees, right? I don't know. You guys tell me. I'm trying to get the chat brought back up in here so I can see what you guys think it is. What do you think that is? Post it over on Discord. Okay, definitely. I will. Proud NATO nations. Yes, definitely. HARP? I don't know. I mean, that would be down towards Africa, South Africa, right? I mean, that's in the Atlantic, so I don't know. Can HARP... We all know HARP's in Alaska, right? So, I mean, can HARP affect a weather front that is down off of the Cape or something? I don't know. That's kind of crazy, but what the fuck is that? Snorky, you're going to have to send me an email and tell me what you think that is. Because Snorky is our resident knows it. I always reach out to Snorky. Snorky, tell me what's going on. Okay, so these were two videos that I jumped on Saturday night. This one is just, okay. I'm just going to let it play, and then we'll talk about what this woman... Do you think that you should charge other parents for play dates. So if you have a kid come to your house and play, do you charge them for the juice box? Do you charge them for the TV time? Like, this is where we've become as a society. This is gross.
Can we normalize sending the other family money for play dates? So recently, my daughter had a friend over, and I asked her mom for money, and this is how it went. So after the play date, I texted her mom and I said, thanks for letting Jamie play today. Please help out with your share of the expenses for the play date, totaling $15 via Venmo. Let's do it again sometime, because I can't keep doing these play dates if it's so expensive. And she said, expenses? And I said, yeah, she used supplies and food while she was here. And this way we can do this more often without a monetary obligation on just one party, right? Makes sense. Now, she didn't say much, but she did say what supplies. And of course I wrote them down. There was chalk, applesauce, fruit. She sat on the couch, so that's wear and tear. She actually broke a toy. She had 3 juice boxes. She went to the bathroom. She had yogurt. Then she actually sent the money, and I sent her a message thanking her for it, of course. She didn't say anything else, but I said, this will make it easier for us to do more play dates in the future. So what do you guys think?
I think, bitch, you be high and out of your fucking mind. It takes a village, and that's just the cost of having somebody play with your kids so they're not fucking bothering you. That's the whole point of a play date, is to keep your kid busy so that way you can have a little time, right? This is gross, and if anybody sent me this, I'd be like, my kid's never hanging out with you again, and you can fuck all the way off. I don't know, is it just me? Because that was my reaction when I saw this video. Like, what? She went to the bathroom. She used chalk. She sat on her couch. Like, oh my God. This has to be a spoof. It can't be real. Is somebody really that fucking petty? I mean, I get it. Times are hard and times are tough. And if the other kid drinks 3 juice boxes, I'd maybe ask the other mom, hey, can you send your kid with some snacks next time? Not, you can't eat my food and you owe me money. What the hell? I think this one was on Forever Chemicals, maybe. We'll check it out.
Hey guys, so if you use these
baby wipes,
fragrance-free natural baby wipes from Costco, like I have for the last 4 years on both of my babies, you're gonna want to get rid of them, like right now, because there is apparently a class action lawsuit that has been proposed against Costco because they are claiming that they're natural wipes when actually they really contain unsafe levels of PFAs, which are more commonly known as forever chemicals, which is really great because, you're only putting them on the most sensitive area of skin on your infant.
Yeah, that's the way of the world nowadays. Everything's poison. We know it. I think I saw a report that they included lead into that class action lawsuit. So, oh, guys, you know what I bought at Costco the other day? Artichokes. Artichokes are normally like $4 or $5 at Walmart. And besides, who wants to buy Walmart ones, right? And so every month when I go shopping, I'm like, oh, I wish I could get some artichokes, but I can't afford $20 for, artichokes. So I was at Costco with my friend the other day, and they had 4 nice, huge artichokes for $4.99. A bag of them for $4.99. And I should have known by the damn price of those things that there was something up with them. But anyways, I brought them home and I boiled them. And I've boiled a lot of artichokes in my life, but I have never seen emerald green dyed water. When I dumped the water out from boiling those, I was shocked. It was black. And then when you start dumping it out, that's how deep of a green it was. Now, I don't buy for a second that came naturally off of my artichokes. No, those were injected is what I'm thinking. We're seeing a lot more stuff injected too, right? The watermelons, they're putting a lot of stuff that's not ripe out. They just make it look ripe, so we'll buy it. Like the avocados, oh, they're always the worst. Let's see. A German police officer fired for stealing 180 kilogram of cheese. Don't steal cheese when you're a cop. When a truckload loaded with cheddar cheese overturned in traffic accidentally in Germany, the police officer assigned to secure the scene scooped up the cargo. He has lost a court appeal against his subsequent dismissal. Fucking cheese will get you fired every time. You guys know I have quite an addiction to cheese. I need to break it, but I just don't know how. That's all I ever want to eat. It's just cheese. If it don't have cheese, I don't want it. Let's see. Brave woman rescued after 2 years. This is just a weird story. I always put the weird stories at the end. So this is sad and weird, but can this be real? I don't know.
And his girlfriend needed help. When police arrived, they found a 35-year-old woman stuck on the toilet, but she wasn't tied or bound. Instead, police say she had sat on the toilet for what could have been more than a month, causing her muscles and legs to form around the seat. Investigators also believe she hadn't left the bathroom for more than 2 years.
I mean, I've never even seen a female there.
But the Mocks say they see the boyfriend often.
He seems to be a real nice person. He helps our elderly neighbor all the time.
Now investigators are wondering why it took 2 years for him to help out his girlfriend.
When she first went to the bathroom, I thought she was just snapping one off, but after a couple of days she didn't come out, so I started bringing some food, some blankets at night. I would lay in the bathtub and talk to her, but I just kind of started to accept it that she didn't want to come out. Now, she never seemed like she was in any pain, and I think she just was really comfortable. It started to smell a little, so we would always take the Lysol in there, and I would have to go to the bathroom in the bathtub, but it was really hard to do number 2.
He should have called for help much sooner. Because the woman was on the toilet for so long, medics had to break off the toilet seat, which was still attached to the woman, and take her to the hospital. The Mocks are happy their neighbor is now receiving medical care and say if they would have known, they would have helped.
It would have
It's
helped.
disturbing that something like this could happen.
What? She was on the pot for 2 years and he thought she was just comfortable? Like, come on. This has to be some kind of fucking spoof. Like, I know, like, what? I mean, it'd be one thing if he locked her in there and, they arrested him, like, mistreatment of somebody, but to just say, no, she wanted to be in there for 2 years, just a weird story. But it would be the South, right? What? Jimmy, Portland has appeared on a travel magazine roundup as the top getaway destination for this month. Oh, that's right. They just outlawed homelessness. So, yeah, I'm sure it's looking up in Portland. Jimmy thought this was funny. Portland, get your shit together, man. Get rid of Ted Wheeler. If you got rid of Ted Wheeler, you might be able to get your shit together. Just a thought. Let's see. I'm not impressed by money, social status, or job title. I'm impressed by the way someone treats other human beings. Exactly. That's really what it comes down to. How do you treat other human beings, right? I like that. That's my Zen moment for the day. Hollywood, go fuck yourself. Let's see what we got in here. I don't think we have a very big one today. Oh, I got a Jax page in here. What's up, Jax? I hope you're out there enjoying the sunny Mexico. And Rob Reiner, it's time to stop fucking around. If the convicted felon wins, we'll lose our democracy. Joe Biden has effectively served U.S. with honor, decency, and dignity. It's time for Joe Biden to step down. What? Even Rob Reiner wants Joe Biden to step down? Damn. Jack says, damn, the Dems are in trouble when the meathead is calling for Biden to step down. Meathead's not happy with Biden anymore. It's time to go. Maybe him and Nina Turner can get together and throw something for Harris. Just a thought. I think we made it to Meme Alley. Woohoo. Meme Alley. We got a bunch of memes. We always have a bunch of memes on Monday. Just because the memes are always hot. Okay, let's see. Fuck off. Then keep fucking off. Keep fuck off until you get to the gate where a sign says you can fuck off past here. You can't fuck off past here. Climb over the gate, dream the impossible dream, and keep fucking off forever. Oz, did you do that? Aw, that screams Oz. Not enough. Europe, Russia, yeah, right. And Ukraine is a terrorist state. Well, yeah, terrorist state funded by the United States, right? That's how they became that way. Thanks, Oz. That was a good one. Let's see. Night shift ain't too bad once you get used to it. Tyler at 27. And nah, man, night shift is pretty easy. Derek at 24. God, life is rough when you work in nights. Have you ever worked nights? I've worked nights a lot in my life, and I call it day tripping. Because when you stay up all night and then you get maybe like 2 or 3 hours of sleep and then you do it all over again, everything seems like a dream, or, you're day tripping is what it is. I'm a day tripper. Yeah, it will age you fast too. Working nights will fucking age you. I already know that. Let's see. Imagine if the British won the Revolutionary War and we had to sit around smoking crack looking like this. I'm sure Hunter Biden would like it. He would just strip either way. He don't care. Maybe he could wear the fancy wig, right? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Tea and crumpets and crack. Let's see. Reading The Lord of the Rings and 1984 could lead to right-wing extremists, government report warns. Aw. Yeah. Those damn books that teach you about fascism. When somebody looks at you very seriously and says, but at least we still live in a free country. Yeah, that's a good one, right? It's just like the word democracy. Every time I hear the word democracy, my eyes roll back in my head now. We don't have a democracy. And they keep telling you that we do, but we don't. My brain literally stops working when this happens. It does. What the hell? Did you put that here? I do actually. That does happen to me. End, accept, decline, hold, accept. Too many choices. I just want to answer the damn phone. I don't know. And when the deep cleaning motivation wears off midway through and now you're just sitting in a room like this. Oh, God. Have you ever had that happen to you? Like, I'm going to clean this room. I'm going to clean this house. And you start pulling everything out because you got to make it messier to make it clean, right? Because you got to go through everything. And then, I don't know, the indica kicks in and I just sit down and go, oh, I think I'll watch Netflix. It happens. It's a fact. I don't know what to do about the phone thing. Let's see. Ice cream then, raw milk, honey, and organic vanilla. Ice cream now, pasteurized milk, canola oil, refined sugar, garum gum, carrageenan, fructose, natural flavors, and xylagum, xanthan gum. Yeah. And nothing is what we grew up with it as, right? Grandma and grandpa, they ate pretty fucking healthy because they knew what they were eating. Not us. So feminists, when World War III draft starts, yeah, they'll be in the kitchen cooking. We know it. And what is this one? Fact, you are much closer to being homeless than you will ever be to being a billionaire. Stop worshiping your oppressors. Yes, that's a great one. Stop worshiping them. Like the Elon Musk sycophants. Oh, they're so bad, right? But you're right. We are closer to homelessness than we ever will be to being a billionaire. I might as well already be homeless because I'm never going to be a billionaire. But I've accepted it. I'm okay with it. And people who have the most annoying fan base, let's see, we got Taylor Swift. Obama. Yes, Obama is probably, that's the same fan base that Hillary Clinton and the shit libs all have, right? So it's the same fan base. I think Taylor Swift's might be a crossover there. Baphomet, right? Yeah. And a little socialism. I don't know. I think Obama's is by far the most annoying out of that whole entire group. Baphomet's probably running a close second. Let's see. It's fine. We're doing it legally. Yeah, when they sacrifice babies legally, it's okay. That's what they're saying. I like that meme. That was cute. And, let's do some flashbacks. My generation was expected to climb a 30-foot rope with a life-saving 2-inch thick mat below you. Oh, my God. I hated climbing the rope. I think they got rid of the rope by the time we were in high school, but I remember having to climb it as an elementary schooler, and you didn't make it very far, right? I'm still this old. I can still hear the magnet door closing and opening. Oz, you and I were just talking about this because we were talking about the big console bar radio combo. And then we moved from that to these ones, right? Oh, the 80s. Don't you wish you could just go back? I just wish I could go back. I want to go back. I don't want to stay here right now. And let's see. Oh, meteor hitting the earth? Nah. Meteor hitting Washington, D.C. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that, right? Just wipe that whole swamp right out. It was a swamp. It is a swamp. It will continue to be a swamp. And Never be deceived that the rich will let you vote away their wealth. Oh my God. The rich are never going to let you vote them away. Sorry I'm late. I woke up disenchanted with the human experience. Yeah. I need to reface me on that one. I think that's a good one. Yeah, I wake up every day disenchanted. I'm sorry for what I said when it was 109 outside. Do you guys get crabby in the heat? I do. I know I do. I don't like the heat. I can never get away from it. You guys know I'm in a perpetual hot flash every day of my life. Me collecting another top fan badge from a page I had no idea I followed. Y'all got some of those crazy top fan badges over at Facebook? What the fuck? It's like if you go to a page just once, all of a sudden you're a top fan. Like, I got a top fan badge for Rolling Stone. I don't even like Rolling Stone. The only reason I ever go to Rolling Stone is to troll them. So basically, I got a top fan badge for trolling Rolling Stone. So I'll take it. And any other ones they gave me, right? What does it say down here? I finally made my parents proud. Yeah, get those badges. You made your parents proud. I think we're almost out of here. No matter how much you trust the police, remember the police are trained to never trust you. That is a fucking reality. You know, last night I had the sheriffs here. I told you we had to do a little hide and seek last night, and the first thing, they wouldn't even go look for her until they checked our house. They're like, oh, I have to go in and search the house. And normally I would be like, fuck you, get a search warrant, right? Who lets any cop into their house without a search warrant? Well, I had no choice. I was kind of like, well, I don't care, whatever. Come on in. She's not in the bathroom. She's not in her bedroom. She's not here. And then once he got a good look that there was nobody in the house, then he jumped in his cruiser and went and looked for her. But I just thought, that's weird. That's the first time I've ever let a cop go through my house without a search warrant. So normally search warrant. Sorry, I can't. I'm watching serial killer documentaries with my cat. Oh, I love that. That's like probably one of my favorite things to do is to watch. We call it Death, Murder, Mayhem. I love to watch Death, Murder, Mayhem. I can turn my mind off. And yeah, my cat sits there and watches it with me. Oh, I got the twitching eye today. I think that's stress, right? They tell you when your eye twitches, it's stress. Government and corporations can't profit from self-sufficient people. I got to get you guys some pictures. My garden is popping right now. My lettuce not so well, but the sunflower circle is working. It's working. They're about, I'd say 3 or 4 foot tall now. We're going to have a sunflower circle, a Russian mammoth sunflower circle. I'm super excited for it. I'm going to have to get out there and get you guys some pictures. I did manage to pull it off. Everything died. I got blight. Early blight on my tomatoes, and then I burned them all to death, but then they came back, so it's been a rough year. Whole life falling apart around me buying another plant. I wish I could afford to buy another plant, but I would. Believe me, I would. I need plants. Alien, take me to your leader. Us. Now's not a good time. Don't ask to see Biden. Now's not a good time. And me, when my garden is thriving in any capacity, that's going to be me today. I'm going to go out there and take you guys pictures. You got to see them. Yeah, I'm going to go get us pictures. Next show, I will have pictures of the garden up. Because, we normally do trailer park gardening every year. And I really didn't do it this year because my doctor says gardening stresses me out. It probably does. I don't have to give you this anymore. No more Bell March. I was going to put something over it and I forgot. Anyways, James, our sign guy, who James drives the big billboard that goes around DC or, they got him all over, right? And he did such incredible work during the Free Assange movement of being at every rally, every place we needed him to be, and just informing the public. Because think about it, when you're standing on the street corner in DC and a big, huge truck goes by you with pretty much a billboard on it for Julian Assange, you're going to ask yourself, what is that about? And just such an effective campaign, I think. So here's a couple of highlights. I am in a few of these pictures, even though they go pretty fast. I don't think you'll see us, but I'm just proud that we were there on the ground as many times as we were to support Assange. All those pictures. Aw, I love it. Thank you, James, so much for all the work you did out there. And yeah, Assange may be free, but there's still others that need our support. And David McBride is one of them. I have done a little bit of a recap on David McBride, and I will probably do another. I just feel like it's so important for us to continue to support whistleblowers. Anytime somebody's out there trying to get us some damn truth to the public, we got to support them. And what they've done in Australia to David McBride, freaking terrible. So here's his address, please. Write. And yeah, I think you can write the representatives in Australia too. I don't have any of those, but I have a feeling that some of our Assange people will get me that information soon. So Joey's Coffee. You can always get some Joey's on Monday morning. Reach out to Ozrai and we'll get you hooked up for Joey's Coffee. And it's summer. I can't wait to go play outside. Yes, as soon as I'm done with the show, I'm going to go get pictures and I will drop them in the Discord for you all. The Discord wouldn't let me in on Saturday night. I tried to go in and post a link like I always do, and it just wouldn't open. It just sat there and did nothing. So I don't know. Maybe if I do a restart on my computer, I can get into it, but I will get you some pictures up in the Trailer Park Garden. Promise. And, of course, Mastermind, you out there somewhere. Mastermind made this for us. And thanks to INN, you guys know I opened with Jessie Jet. Did you see that? It was a great cover, or great song, great original. And thank you to INN for always putting Jessie out there. Let's just play this. Ooh, that's loud. Turn it down. It feels like the desert here today. I like the Libra print. Who wears Libra print pantyhose in the desert? Kind of looks a little like Scarlett Johansson. Maybe it was. Anyways, I think we are out of here. Thank you so much, Oz, for the great card. And if you want to help me out, please do not send dick pics. Please send unsolicited money. They are better. And there we go. I got a great closer. We're going to go out with some Janice today, but let me say hello to the chat one more time before we get out of here. I'm a little early today. Let's see. Steve Wolfbrand. Good to see Chris Foster. Chris Foster's hanging out. Let's say up. Hey, Sola Moon. Welcome to the chat. I threw you a wrench a little while ago. Anthony. Is that how Oz always says it? Oz the Boomer. Salty's Digital Jive. Good to see you. Kate always holding it up. Check out Music Without Borders. Grapentine. Good to see you. Cowboy Kitty. What's up, Cowboy Kitty? And, of course, Vic. Vic is in there. And Popeye. I see Popeye. Who else? Jilly. Did I get Jilly? Jilly Love. Actually, some of the stuff I got from Jilly. Jilly, sorry I didn't shout you out. I don't really remember. Natalie Williams is hanging out. Good to see you, Natalie. And, of course, Rich from Wisconsin is hanging out, too. 4737 Carlin, nice to see you on this Monday morning. Is everybody ready for this week? Oh, I'm so not. Bad Cookies, what's up? There's Mastermind. I knew Mastermind was around here somewhere. And let's see. I think I pretty much got everybody shouting or talking over at the trailer park. Now let's go check Beauty and the Boomer. Who's over there? It's got the whole restream thing, so I think it's pretty much the same people. It's just streaming them into one chat. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. But let's check Rokfin and Rumble. What's up over there, Rumble? I see a Dingo ate me, baby. Dingo, you had me laughing. What you said something earlier that had me laughing. Anna Kasparian is jealous that she couldn't get invited to the NATO. She would go again. You're absolutely right. Remember that time she licked Madeleine Albright's butt? Yeah, that was gross. Mr. Worthless Eater, good to see you over on the Rumble. Ghost Starts hanging out over there. We had Vaholic stopping by there too. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Did I miss anybody? Oh, and Beauty and the Boomer. Good to see you, Beauty and the Boomer. Dingo ate me, baby. And one more. Let's check the Rokfin. Oh, somebody dropped another super chat over on the Rokfin. Or it's a super Ray, right? Joan, thank you so much. You do such fantastic work. Thank you. Well, thank you guys for appreciating what I do. I just try to bring everything I find on the internet that I find interesting that we need to talk about. I bring it to you and we talk about it. We appreciate your support over on the Rokfin. Make sure you get a Rokfin account because who knows how much longer we're going to be up on YouTube, right? I mean, YouTube's giving people their channels back, YouTube giveth and YouTube taketh. So, and let's see. Who else is hanging out over on the Rokfin? Oh, I see Denver Attaway. Miss Amber King? Is Miss Amber King hanging out today? What's up, Amber? Good to see you. Freethinker 59, good to see you. I see a hemp car and Osama number 5. Good to see you. Fred Edwards, always tweeting us out. Hi, Abram. How's it going? I'll see you tomorrow because I'm definitely going to be in the meeting. Oh, no, I'm not going to be in the meeting tomorrow morning. Damn it. I have a doctor's appointment. That early in the morning. My bad. Anyways, Chris Foster, you're hanging out on the Rokfin too. Look at you. Miss Amber King, Shanda, play this if you can. What is it? I clicked it. Is this Dr. John Campbell? Okay, I will save it, Amber. I definitely will save it. I haven't got a chance to. I can't bring it up because the shadow cast. I'd have to open it on the other screen. But thank you, Amber. I will definitely check it out. And I got Osama. Who else is over here? Freethinker. Joan, thank you so much. And Denver Attaway. Did I get Denver? Hey, Denver. What's up? Did you guys, who went to the Third Eye Carnival? Anna Maris, I know you went. How was it? I'm looking for some updates. I heard from the AM Wake Up guys that it was killer. So let me know if you're in the chat how it went and was it worth it? Okay, I think we got everybody. I have got an amazing cover to close today. It is Janis Joplin's Summertime, and let me tell you, this woman can sing. It takes a different level to sing Janis Joplin, and I think you're just going to love this closer. I love this closer, and it is by The Writers. And yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Back and forth. Hey, Shanda, does Beauty and the Boomer have a Discord page? Yes, we do, Bad Cookie. I think that you can get to the Discord link in the descriptions below. We absolutely have a trailer park, and there's lots of cool channels over there. Show me what you're smoking. Let's see. We got Meme Alley over there. So it's a great place. If you guys find stuff that you think that I should feature on the show, you just drop it in the Discord. And yeah, it's a great place. A way for me to get to your guys' links really easy and for you guys to get a hold of me. I'm getting better about Discord. Discord freaks me out though. So because Discord doesn't just shut off if you're live in there, the video doesn't. Like one time I did a show and I shut everything down, closed all the windows, and then you guys know I'm in my bedroom, so I went to get dressed and I was buck naked, and I turn around and see my camera's still on. So I'm a little freaked out by Discord. I don't think anybody was in the room and I don't think anybody saw anything, but it still gives me anxiety thinking about it. So yeah, I tend to stay away from Discord at the end of the day. Okay, guys, this is my only show this week. I'll be back Saturday. Oh, no, I won't be back Saturday night. Wow. Maybe we'll do a show Friday. Let's do a show Friday night because we're not going to do a Beauty and the Boomer on Saturday because I got the family garage sale and I do this every year. And definitely Wednesday, I'm not doing a show either. So let's shoot for Thursday or Wednesday because you guys know I have to do 2 shows a week. I feel like I'm being a neglectful parent if I don't do 2 shows for you guys. So we will do 2 shows sometime this week. Definitely can't be Saturday. Oh, Friday I'll be in the garage sale. Damn it. I don't know. I'll try to work it out. You never know when you're going to see me. Hey, Oz. Oh, thanks. Oz just dropped the link to the Discord. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you join the Discord. Okay, we're out of here. Hey, Steve Wolfbrand, did I get you? I hope I did. Anyways, this is a great closer. You guys have an amazing rest of your week and stay cool, man. Just be cool. Don't be like Joe Biden.
fish are jumping out, and it got us high, not so high. Your God is rich, and your mind's all good talking. She's looking good tonight.